Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. I said we'd be back today getting CANTO VI wrapped up, and here we are. I do apologise yesterday for like the... I guess it was a perfect this time, next time on Dragon Ball Z moment, right? Because, yeah, it just... I had to go get Rosie. You know the annoying thing was? I got to Rosie at work, and she was like, I wouldn't have minded you carrying on a little bit, because she was off work Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. She was like, I had a lot to catch up on anyway. I was like, damn it. I could have maybe squeezed a little bit extra in, but we can finish that off today. To the rooftop we go, to, I guess, see what's going to go down. And I'm looking forward to it. This Canto has been a blast. I think I am. I'm probably going to, because I'm going to make a video for this Canto. I'm going to take a moment to revisit some moments in the story again, just to try and see what I think about it. But obviously, we've got like kind of the overarching idea and of things. But I really want to go deeper into like what I'm pulling out of this story, if you will. And do you know what? I actually started... I wasn't reading. I was being a lazy boy because I was watching the football. I actually started listening to Wuthering Heights last night, but I fell asleep. I was listening to the audio book, and I fell asleep. So I do plan to try and read it at some point. But yeah, I am looking forward to making a video like we did for the last Canto. I want to try and make that a thing. You know, at the end of each Canto, we'll make a video for it. But how are we doing, guys? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully Saturday's going well for you. So, yeah, we're going to get in. We're going to get this finished. It's not going to be a massively long stream today, purely because I'm going out for a meal tonight. We're booked in, I think, for like 7 p.m. So we've got plenty of time, like, but, you know, it's going to be it shouldn't take too long to get this done anyway, right? Like, we're right at the end. Like, we're probably talking less than an hour to get this done, right? Probably talking less than an hour, aren't we? But yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Let me get chat up here. What's going on? Alex the Mad, Oizimond, Humami, Hermito, Dandy, Flix, welcome to the stream, everybody. Boys, welcome. Grease, welcome to the stream. How is it going? Ducklord, how's it going? Zero DVA, welcome to the stream. Slothalot, Taylor, welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Dandy, did I say hi to you there? Just Josh, welcome to the stream. The LARPer in the city, welcome, welcome, welcome. 10 May, welcome to the stream. SSS, welcome to the stream. Or SS Style, welcome to the stream. Or SS, is it SSS Thailand? Is it SS Thailand? Whatever, anyway. You'll have to let me know. He's one of them. Welcome to the stream, everybody. It's good to see ya. Shout out to you, guys. What's going on, Sea Patrol? Good day, good day. Made it before the last hour of stream. Yo, what's going on, Ref Dark Zero? Welcome, welcome. Sandra, how many cook jokes until it becomes unfunny? Hats off to Cape Verde. Dude, yeah, I was partially watching that game. Like I said, I fell asleep. Yeah, I was shocked when I woke up and I was like, holy cow, they pushed Argentina, right? I saw the one goal as well, the one to equalise. That was a worldie. Absolute worldie. So yeah, guys, how are we doing? How are we doing? So, yeah, today, I think it's, shouldn't take us too long to, get wrapped up, right? Get wrapped up. Yo, Lance, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yo, Easy. Yeah, for real, man. Sweating. Man, it would have been awesome if they'd have knocked him out. Would have been awesome. Good to see. First World Cup as well for Cape Verde, right? When they get to the knockout stages. Something that Scotland are still desperately trying to do. Hey. Apparently, I think there's your Premier closed beta test happening right now as well, yeah. With a workshop streaming it. I was just trying to have a little look at it. Well, should we have a little... We'll have a little gander at the gameplay in a sec, guys. He's actually playing it right now. See what it's saying. But yeah, we'll finish off CANTO 6 today. And then I think we will... We'll get some other games over the next couple of days. We'll probably do... Before we start CANTO 7, we're probably going to do a stream where we have a little play around and really start trying to... Might watch some videos on the combat, start delving into the combat and try and become the Limbus beast we were supposed to be. We was destined to be, yeah? To become the top manager there ever was and ever will be. That's not going to happen, but we can dream. It should be an hour and a half. Yeah, okay then. So we've got plenty of time. So it's like 1 o'clock now. I think my sister and brother-in-law are picking me up around about 6. I think our food's booked for like 7:30. So yeah, we've got a good 5 hours. So plenty of time to get this done and have a little... See, I wanted to do this because like, that's why... Like yesterday, we're starting... That's why I ended up using my ego on an unclashed... specific, you know, in the combat. It was an unclashed attack, right? And it was getting to the point where we're starting to rush, and I don't want to do that with this game because I just don't want to do that, right? I don't want to do that. I don't like doing it with Arknights. I don't like doing it with these. There's other games that I don't mind doing a bit of rushing, especially if you can do a bit of skipping, and the combat's just, it is what it is. We could just kind of go through the motions, but yeah, we're getting to a little bit of a point at the end of the stream where we were starting to it was getting squeaky bum time, so I was rushing a little bit. So it's better that we ended it where we did rather than, you know, ruining the end of the Canto, because it's been brilliant so far. I didn't want to spoil it, so perfect that we'll finish it off today. The Limbus players don't want to know this, but win rate is the ideal way to play Limbus. It works for a couple of Cantos apparently, even though I've only been doing it recently. It's only been this Canto that I've really been doing win rating. Give me a second here, chat, and then we will get started. Shout out to everybody who checked out the video as well that I uploaded last night. I think I am going to upload that CC video as well, maybe. I don't know. I've uploaded it, but I don't know if I'm going to publish it. I still need to make a thumbnail and everything for it at the moment. But I'm hoping to get some proper non-stream videos going up this week as well. I haven't really been getting many videos up the last week, so I'm hoping to change that in this coming week or two. So look out for those as well. But should we just get straight into it? Let's just get straight into it, guys. No messing around. I do want to have a little look at this stuff from River Workshop here. Let me just check React Smash a second as well. What's this here? Hyperglyphs shoot themselves on the foot. What's this? Is this a moose video? Looks like a moose. Oh, it's egg video. Arknights Envil is failing and his hyperglyphs on fault. Guess we could check it out. I'm kind of over the Enfield's failing conversation, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm genuinely... We might watch it. I'm genuinely down to have honest conversations about Enfield, but, like, I'm just kind of bored of it. You know what I mean? Don't bother with it. Yeah, I'm honestly kind of bored of the whole conversation because all it is, if somebody comes with something new that I can look at and go, ooh, actually, you know what? This is a good conversation to have. But honestly, it's all I'm seeing is the same argument being argued over and over again. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, okay, which, hey, more power, man. People can make the content they want to make. I don't care. I'm not hating on the content, but it's just like, do I really want to engage with it? Because like, and it's not even that. Like, I'll try to be good faith with content, right, when I engage with it. But I'm like, at the point where I'm like, I'm probably going to go in with a bad faith point of view anyway, because I'm kind of just like, I'm expecting the same points to be made over and over again, which have been done to death. And I honestly do think the points that are being made were like the exact like experience that I've had with Wuthering Waves, that I've had with other gacha games. And that doesn't mean you can't call them out, but I'm just like, I've been here before. I've seen this. It's the same thing. It's nothing unique to the game. Do you know what I mean? And one or two videos you can watch it and be like, you know what? Points are being made here that I might not necessarily agree with all the time, but they're fair points. But then you're 35 points in and it's the same point on every video. It's like, okay, I'm not that interested, bro. You know, I'm not that interested. It's over for Enfield now. The same way you're bored of playing Enfield. I play Enfield nearly every single day, actually. Horse is a puddle and it's been beaten that much. Yeah, for real. It's over for Enfield. It's just milking at this point. I think so, right? Like, I get it. Like, that's content, right? But I think it's... And I haven't even watched the video, so I can't say eggs milking it, right? But I think every video I've gone to that's been having this conversation, I'm like, oh, I've watched this video 7 times already. You know? Which doesn't mean that content creator can't make that video, of course, but I'm just talking about it from my point of view. I'm like, well, is it worth it for me? I don't think it is. Do you know what I mean? Again, it's the same. I have the same response to the people who comment from the Woowa community when they're going, boy, Woowa's doing better than he. It's like, well, Genshin was doing better than Woowa as well, revenue-wise. Just play the game you want to play, man. Just play the game you want to play. You know what I mean? Like, for me, 1.2 and 1.3 of Enfield have had no less content than 1.2 and 1.3 of Wuthering Waves, and that's supposed to be the best game ever, apparently. So it's just, you know, we'll have to wait and see, though. Maybe they're right. It'll be dead soon, and they'll have ruined the game. Maybe. Who knows? I'm getting Enfield ads again. This time they're showing off CC. Because I plan on releasing the Railway to Gak and Canto 10 after. Let me turn this music down a little bit. It feels a bit right to me. At a previous streams, you've mentioned being copyright struck because of many songs, but I've heard if you challenge... Yeah, well, I haven't been copyright struck. I've been claimed. There's the only one I now have been disputing them, and they typically do get released. On my streams, I always dispute them, and they do tend to get released. So, yeah. Pigs haven't logged into Enfield in 4 days, just checked. Yeah, exactly. I have a life. But I play Enfield pretty much every day. 4 days off a game. God, shoot me! He don't play the game anymore. In 4 days! You didn't log in for 4 days! LARPer! Fucking LARPer! I've never understood the tribalism in fandom. Yeah. People can't accept it, can they? Like, we can all have different opinions on a game. Of course we can. But some people won't accept that somebody else enjoys something else. Do you know what I mean? That's not almost every day. Well, I think if you took a 30-day period and said to somebody, do you do something nearly every day? And they went, I did it 26 times that month. And that person replied to him, well, that's not nearly every day. I'd say, well, I think we're being a bit pedantic now, aren't we? Big Slip, you seen the Arknights X Limbus collab? I haven't. I think I saw the trailer for it. I think I remember seeing the trailer for it when it was like happening. People showed me. I haven't seen the actual collab in itself though. Generally just feel unable to resist it, maybe due to a certain CC at the start of this. That's why we see it more often and worse. Are we talking about Enfield here? Oh, for sure. It's. Do you know what I've noticed? When it comes to Enfield, there's a few content creators. Well, actually, I've got to be honest. Like, again, I don't know all Enfield CCs, I've seen Moose be critical, and that's about it, right? I can't think of any other, like, every content creator that I'm seeing making videos about Enfield, it's not their game. Not saying they don't play, but they're either Wuthering Wave CCs or CCs of other games or CCs of Arc Knights, right? So it's like, and I've got to be honest, there's a lot of people who have had the opinions, which are still valid opinions, who have been kind of outspoken about that they're not that into the game anyway. They don't like these sort of games. And then the other people are just like big Wimmer fans. So I'm like, yeah, you know, it's all pointless anyway because Limbus is clearly the best gacha. You know what? I've said this before for me. Arc Knights and Limbus are the best gacha games. They are. They're the best gacha games. And I don't even think it's close. And that's not to say the others aren't great. Like Wuthering Waves is a great game. Genshin, Zenless, Enfield, all great games. But the gap between, like, the group in second for me and first, in my opinion, it's a gulf. Do you know what I mean? It's a gulf. The gap between, like, second place and 10th is probably closer than between the second and first for me. Because I just think as not even as gacha games, as just as video games across the board, I just think they're so much better. And that's, again, like, that's not to shit on the other games. I'll say that with the utmost respect, right? I love Enfield, and I used to love Wuthering Waves, and I still think it's a really good game, actually. Despite what people might think, I do think it's a really good game. But, like, in terms of, like, what they offer, story, systems that respect your time a little bit better, building units, the gameplay itself as well, the fact that they don't feel like gacha games, how other gacha games do, and I don't mean game first, gacha second kind of argument, but my experience through playing through Limbus so far, just like my experience of playing through the story of Arc Knights and doing what little of IS I've done and events I've done, like, apart from the dumb stuff of not being able to do certain farming on certain days in Arc Knights, outside of that, it doesn't feel like a gacha game. Do you know what I mean? If that makes sense. At least, when I say that, of course, you know it's a gacha game because when you log in and you've got all this sort of stuff and you have banners and everything, of course, we know that's gacha game stuff, but if you play through the content, you can kind of ignore the noise and you just feel like you're playing a video game, where it's really hard to find that in a lot of gacha games because you're constantly hit with you know, the typical systems that you find across gacha games, right? You know, the way you build characters, the way you get gear, the weapon systems, the actual farming stages themselves, the experience of the story. It's all very formulaic, isn't it? And I think they're the two games, at least for me, that I've played, which feel like they've managed to sidestep that trope within the space. And I think that's you know, I think that's something to be admired. I do. I'd like to see more games do that. Guys, there are more pressing matters. They want to kill Himiko again in HSR. They haven't put a Night Glow motif into music for the trailer with Himiko going for a hug. We know devs are sadists. And the best thing about to do is just ignore it at best. Never knew about it, but I feel that's hard to do. What's that? I missed out. What's the response there? Let me see what's going on. It's really interesting that this tribalism thing is more visible in gacha games more than other games. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's because, one, there's a low bar of entry into gacha games. And I think, two, as I've just said, you know, the systems and the way these games are designed, they're so similar. So I think it causes that sort of tribalism because the games, at their core, are the same game across the board in a sense. They've just got a different veneer. And that's why, again, when I said this about Silver Palace, if they can really nail the detective mechanic, that will make it stand out, right? Limbus stands out, Arc Knight stands out. The factory building in Enfield makes it stand out. It's doing something different in that regard. Now, you can argue, well, the other systems are very much gacha systems, and that's true. And I think that's what does it. And it's at least in the West, it's a niche community. And I also do think that CCs have got a big part to play in it, right? The communities are incredibly tribalistic, but CCs have been a big, you know, a big proponent in banging the drum. And I'll be honest, I'm not without fault, right, I've made silly videos in the past comparing Genshin characters to Wuthering Waves characters, and making comparisons. But at the end of the day, at the same time though, comparisons aren't inherently bad, right? You have to have a baseline to look at other video games to make points sometimes, and that it's about how you compare it, right? That's one thing I've tried to do a lot better, much better more recently, is try not to do that. At the same time of being hypercritical when I need to be, and making the points that need to be made sometimes. When it comes to WoW, for me, like, I have critical things about WoW, and I'll make jabs at the game sometimes, but it's more at the community, which the community don't understand that, which is the funny part. Like, I do poke fun at the WoW community just because I find it funny. I'll be honest. It's like, so I suppose in that regard, I'm still part of the problem, but it's more so I'm making fun of the way the community acts in this hyper toxic bubble that they kind of have. And again, the Wuthering Waves community isn't unique. It's just I've had a bit more of an experience with the WoW community, so obviously it's something I'm gonna comment on more than, I don't know, whatever, the toxicity of the FGO community, if it has that, right? I'm sure it does, but because I don't interact with that community, and even when I've been critical of Huyo titles, which I'm not saying Huyo doesn't have toxic elements of its community, because Genshin community was well known for it, right? Was well known for it. I've never really had major negative interactions with majority of the communities. Probably the only other one outside Wuthering Waves where I've had that was probably the Stellasora community, but admittedly that was on me to a degree. I still stand by a lot of stuff that I said, but also I think the way I went about stuff, I was a little bit inflammatory, and I've held my hands up to that, right? So that was a community where I kind of had a little bit of flaming from, and I was like, hey, okay, that's fair. I can't even argue with that, really. They kind of have a right to be kind of frustrated with me, where, like, for me, I suppose the WoW community has a right to be frustrated with me now because I make fun of them. But initially, it was all my criticisms of the game was out of love, but people never saw it as though. And it's blame COVID for that. Gacha games are free, and you can even play it on phone. It attracted too much. But yeah, I think sometimes when you have a very low bar of entry for video games, you can, Yeah, I agree. FGO community is kind of swallowed by more general fake community. I would imagine so, maybe, yeah. It's probably a good point, yeah. Again, it's one of those, isn't it? It'd be insane to say every community doesn't have it. We all know every community has it. It's just, you can only experience what you can experience, right? You can only experience what you can experience. And as I say, majority of my experience in terms of negative interactions with gacha community has been with the Wuthering Waves community. And that doesn't mean the entire community, of course, but it's just my anecdotal experience, right? All right, let's get started. Stop yapping. It just, it is what it is, right? It's no big deal. It's like, when it comes to this whole YouTube thing, right, I never get too... It's like, man, at one point, I was getting dragged so bad across Bilibili, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, over my bike tags. I never once got offended by it. It's what it is, right? It's not that deep at the end of the day, is it? It's video games and YouTube. We should really be the way I see it, we should be a lot more light-hearted about things. As somebody who loves Enfield, the game gets mocked relentlessly. People are constantly on the attack. And one thing I will say, for the most part, I think the Enfield community dealt with it way better than the Wuthering Waves community. Because remember when the WoW community seemed to be the one getting attacked all the time? Now they're just constantly on the attack all the time. Again, the minority. Me personally, as a person who enjoys Enfield, I'm totally cool with that. I don't feel like I have to go out and defend Enfield by attacking other games. So, you can only experience what you experience. Truly words, right? It sure does sell, and so I got fatigued. Different game, same grind. I'd rather play League of Legends 24/7. Still finding it wild that people prefer RNG grind. It's like hours of days. Yeah, I remember saying that. Like, he was trying to use that as, when you've built a character in Enfield, like, I can't remember when it was, but I remember I dropped into one of his streams and I was just blown away by him saying he was trying to say that he'd prefer the way echoes work in WoW, in grinding relentlessly through the RNG to get good stuff and rolling and having gear just no good, than building the gear the way you do in Enfield and then having nothing to do. And I'm like, what? That's just insane to me. That's insane to me, that is. I'd rather just be able to build a character and move on. Like, give me other things to do. Do you know what I mean? Your first mistake was dropping into one of his streams. True. Schoolboy error. I'll be lurking this stream, but I'll be here. No worries somehow. Welcome. AK community too busy gooning to Yvonne and Camille. Yeah, honestly, I think the AK community is just kind of like, of course, there's going to be super toxic elements. I'm not stupid. But I think the AK community just like plays the game. And then when they're not playing AKE, I think they just go back to playing Arknights, or they're playing other games as well. You know, like, of course there's going to be defenders of their $1 billion company out there on the internet who are attacking everybody who dares speak up against Enfield. Sure, of course there is. I haven't experienced it myself. I suppose because I'm quite positive though. But I just haven't seen it when I've seen other people shitting on the game. Farmmaster also said RNG gear farm is content and he admits speedrun Enfield for the end game. Yeah, to me, that's wild, man. Like, I can do farming gear if it's gear pulls, right? You know, sort of MMO style. Like, going for gear pulls. But, like, just literally collecting items and then wasting materials to see if I get the right substat is not fun. It's not, because like then it's almost like you're at a point of like, it's not, but it's almost like going back to that old school spreadsheet simulator type gameplay of old school games. It's not the same in that sense, but it's just like, right, I'll go collect this item, I'll go collect this item, now I'll burn through these items in the hope that I get the right stat. That is, hey, if you enjoy it, right? But for me, it's just not fun. I don't find that fun at all, personally. I'd rather get that unit built so I can use that unit in content, and then have content to work with, right? That offers me a little bit of something else. Yo, Herdeo, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Like slot machines, I prefer randomness and guarantee stuff. Which, again, as I say, I can understand it. I can understand. It's just, for me, I'm just like, we talk about all the negative aspects of gacha sometimes, and then when games start to try to remove it, people are like, I want it back. It's like, I don't want to hear you moan again. You know? 4 hours setting up your factory line versus 4 hours of getting decent echo stats. Yeah, like, for me, man, echo farming was painful, man. Like, the amount of times of getting double defense, you know, like percent and flat, constantly ruining what were turning out to be goated echoes, and then bam, getting just shit, you know, and then other people say, that's just bullshit, man. I managed to get this and this done in so many, and that, yeah, that's RNG, brother. You know, that's RNG, brother. That's like winning the lottery and going, I don't know where you can't just win. I won the first time I tried it. Again, I haven't got to gear farm in NTE. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. But in NTE, it's got an RNG element to it, right? But when you get your gear, correct me if I'm wrong here, you've got your substats visible, yeah? So you can decide whether it's worth investing in that piece, right? Am I right there? Am I correct there? I know what is Greece. Am I correct in that? Again, I haven't really done any gear farming in NTE, so... But I'm pretty sure that's the case, right? There's an RNG element to it, but... It's visible, right? You can look at the gear and you can see the stats that are on the gear, right? And then you can decide whether... Alright, that's trash. I'm not even going to bother with it. Yeah, okay. Right, so... That's a middle ground for me. There's an RNG element there to, like, go farming. But it's an element that I can look at and be like, okay... I don't need to waste my time with this piece. I can't stand that idea of getting through a gear piece and then, okay, it's trash. You know? That just sucks. It's not a nice feeling at all to me. It's just not a nice feeling. I've been playing NTE And then he's right, building consoles have been really easy, and you can even pay more to get specific coin. Right, okay. One of my gripes with that is one of the resources something time-gated. I don't mind grinding, but at least let me decide when to stop. Yeah. And he also gives you bonuses for using certain Tetris pieces that eases your stat requirements. Yeah, see, like that sort of stuff for me. It's like a balance, right? There's a RNG element there for the people who want to go and min-max to fuck, right? To have that element. Because some people do like that, as we just said. But there's a middle ground for somebody like me. I can look at a piece and go, that's good enough. Let me invest in that. Rather than, oh, shit, goated first stat. Oh, amazing second stat. Crap. Fuck. That just feels so terrible to me. Feels so terrible. Alright, let's have a look at this then. I just wanted to see a little bit of this gameplay because River's playing some Azure Premier closed beta. And I kind of wanted to let me turn this music a sec. I'm going to have a look for a minute and then we're going to get into things. Because this is going on at the moment, I think in CN, right? I was kind of curious to see what it looks like when it's playing. So I think they've introduced like the Pal World farming. I think they've introduced that, yeah. I am Engi. We're going to finish off CANTO VI in a moment. So, are these like kind of like, I don't know exactly how these work. Because you've got little monsters that you've got, right, that you can take with it. Do these work like gear as well then or something? So you can see obviously here we've got HP. We've got something that's based on a percentage here. Another thing based on percentage. I'm guessing, looking at the emblems, that's a sword. So I'm guessing that's like attack or damage. I'm assuming this is going to be like defense. That looks like a lightning. So I wonder if that's like lightning damage or something. And we've got HP, and then we've got these other things as well. Okay, are we putting these together to merge or something? I wish it was in English so I could tell what's going on. This is Azure Premier. Azure Premier, this is. It's in closed beta at the moment, I think in CN. Okay, we've got a little shop here to look at some stuff. I kind of like this though, this whole, because this reminds me of Power World, this does. The visual style is so boring to me now. I've had this conversation, right? For me, I get what you're saying about the visuals, but like, I've been saying, this is my worry about the open world action gacha space at the minute, of they are all the same shade of grey, or just a different shade of grey, should I say? You know what I mean? They're all grey, just slightly different, you know? Let's have a look at some combat. Because I've been very worried about the combat in this game. Okay, we're doing some exploration, right? So I'm curious, because this game, it looks like when you get into combat in the open world, it's almost like you have like a barrier that appears around you. And it's not instant, but it looks like all other enemies deload for the fight, like specifically. Okay, alright, see what they're doing here. Holy cow, brother. Holy cow. Okay, so traditional leveling system here. It's gacha. It's the same shit by the looks of it. Right? Pretty much looks exactly the same. We're looking at our skills here by the looks of things. Goon Lagoon, right? I want to see a bit of combat. Don't care about this. Don't care. Give me some combat. I think bro's gone to get a cup of tea. I do like the mountain style. It's kind of cool. I want to see a fight though. Okay, I think we're getting into a fight here. I think we might be getting into a fight. You got distracted. Fez. Oh, that was a bit... It seems like there's some audio files missing there. We're going for a bit of a Grand Blue sort of a... What's it here with the numbers, right? Okay, so perfect parry, perfect dodge. Looks like we can bring in different monsters, yeah. Well, not switching character? Or was that... Oh, we did switch character, right, okay. Okay, so each character switches in with their own little creature, right? And then that creature's, I'm guessing, got some sort of passive and active skills. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to try this game out. And I honestly think this game's going to be successful just because of its IP attachment, right? But, like, you know, with stuff like this, I don't mind damage numbers, but, like, it feels a bit noisy sometimes. Do you know what I mean? There's like a lot of UI, there's a lot of text, there's a lot of noise, and I'm just worried that you're going to get into some fights in this game and it's going to be like, what's going on? I can't even see the enemy. And I'm not the biggest fan of that sort of stuff, right? I'm honestly not. I like to know what's going on. This sort of combat, it doesn't matter so much like maybe if you're playing like an MMO where you can go into a bit more of an isometric view and zoom out and kind of see what's happening. I just worry that you'll be lost in the source, you know what I mean? Like, it looks fluid, right? The visuals are not bad. You know, it's a generic art style. Like the combat, I say, looks fluid. The animations look good. But... Oh, they're going to capture it now. So this is the Pokemon part, I think. So, I think the way they're getting around getting sued... you don't throw Pokeballs. You throw Poke cards. So, you whip out a card and throw the card, and they become part of your little army. Just put it in with the combo UI instead of over the enemy. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably, right? Yeah. Have it, like, drop down underneath it, right? Just gets a bit too messy, man. And I can imagine... Like I say, I'm willing to give it a try, right? I'm willing to give it a try, but... I need to see what's really gonna be different, right? Like, we've got that sort of TFT mode that's in the game, which could potentially be fun. But I don't know. Well, the thing is, I don't know if I've got the video here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Because I actually recorded a video. It turned into a 21-minute rant, actually. But I was going to make a scripted video from it. Let me just see if I can find it. Because I recorded it. And I was going to upload it. If I can... Here we go. This is it. This is it. We have an iteration problem. Right, look. In the gacha space. We have an evolution problem in the stills from these two videos are a perfect example. It's not the best right image I could have got. That's why I was going to do it again. Look at this, and we go back to this, and we go back to that. Like, when I look at that, right? When I look at those two images, they're the same game, but they're not. One's rewinding cadence, and the other's is Euro Premilia. Do you know what I mean? And like, this is what I'm worried about with the gacha space. Is this right? You know? Like, of course, it wasn't the best screens to take because I could have found two screens where the colour palette was exactly the same, right? But this was crazy how similar there was. Do you know what I mean? Like, the UI, the battle numbers, just everything looks the same. And on the surface, you're like, well, that's not a major thing. It's just a UI, man. But it's like a symptom of something that goes deeper in the gacha space, right? The action gacha space, specifically the action gacha space of, you got the same UI, you got the damage numbers. So what's gonna be deeper under the hood? same way to level characters, same way to break through characters, same way to build gear, same way to get gear, same way to freaking get weapons. Signature weapons are probably going to be exactly the same as the other games. The farming's probably going to be exactly the same. The bosses, the narrative, you know? And I just think, like, for me, it's like a symptom of something that goes much deeper. That's a bit worrying for the gacha space, because in the gacha space, right, you get a lot of low fidelity stuff, right, which doesn't mean bad. Arknights, Limbus, perfect examples of graphics don't equal quality, right? But it's kind of like, it's top heavy in the space of the games that are these high production games. That the problem is, though, all the high production games are kind of just the same thing, and it's sad, because if you want something different in the gacha space, you have to go for something that's a bit more of an art style, which is fine, but it would be nice to have something that's got the visuals, that's got the production, that's got all of the AAA aspects to it, but it's a different game, right? And again, for me, I think the most unique at the minute, too, probably NTE and Enfield, but that's more Enfield because the combat's different enough and the factory system, and NTE, it's setting, I guess. But other than that, they do the same things, right? They do the same. Obviously, I like Enfield, but do you understand what I'm saying? It's just, I just really want somebody to come through with high fidelity graphics, really good production, all of the bells and the whistles, but it feels and plays different. I just don't think we're going to get that. And I think we're going to get a lot of games that are going to flop because it's the same photo, right? It's the same photo. If you do make the vid, keep swapping between the two games for the footage to see if anyone can notice. I might do, like, because I recorded it, and it, like I say, it's like a 21-minute video, and I'm ranting. And, like, it's not a well-made video. And after I made it, I was like, you know what? I might make a script for that video, edit it, not have me on camera, have it just footage and stuff, and just make it into, like, an 8 to 10-minute video, make it a bit more concise. Because it's something that really bothers me in the gacha space. This is not a hot take. Like, right, we all know there's lots of Genshin clones in the space. But, yeah, it's something that I'm actually kind of passionate about in the gacha space. Because I don't call it the Genshification. I call it the Ubisoftification, I do. And what I mean by that is people can say, oh, Genshin shittified the gacha space. Well, no, the followers did that, right? Genshin just did its thing. It's the people who follow what Genshin did that are the problem, in a sense. It's more the... if you've played one of Ubisoft's open world games, you've played them all, and we're kind of getting there in the gacha space, aren't we? You know what I mean? Where you've played one, you've kind of played the lot, right? And yeah, it's a bit of a worry. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to point that out, guys. He's live right now, anyway. So if you want to go check them out, you can go watch some as your Premilia if you want to. But as I said, you've seen it before, right? You've seen it before. If you've played any open world gacha game, you've probably played Azure Familiar. But again, I'm going to play. I'm not that type of person that's just like, oh, just because it looks the same, I've refused to play it. I'll give it a go, but I'm a little bit worried. I'm a little bit worried about the space, right? Like, genuinely, like, I'm like, man, we can do better, right? We can do better. It's just the risk. A lot of companies are risk averse, aren't they? And when you spend lots of money, you become even more risk averse, don't you? Which is understandable. I honestly, I get it. I get it, right? I can understand companies who are like, well, we spent 200 million. We need to play it safe. But as a consumer, you're like, fuck, man. That's why I can't help but sing the praises of something like Limbus and Arknights enough, because they're two games that were like, we're going to do something different. And obviously, that comes at the fact that we can't go all in on the risk, because on the production, because we're taking risks, right? Right, old Ubisoft was great, right? Yeah, I hugely agree with that. A lot of open world 3D gacha games have a habit of playing almost identical. Yep, yeah. Will I be streaming library? I don't know what to do, honestly. Lob Corp. I might do some streams, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if Lob Corp will translate as a good stream game, but Ruin maybe. Far Cry 4 was the last game you liked from. I actually enjoyed Far Cry 5. I did. I quite enjoyed Far Cry 5. I'll be honest. I had a soft spot for Assassin's Creed. Was it Valhalla? You know, the Viking one. I must admit, when it comes to the Assassin's Creed games, I actually kind of did like the more RPG ones. I liked was it Odyssey? Which was the one that was set in Greece. It was Odyssey, right? But again, you played one, you've played them all. Do you know what I mean? And again, as I say, the systems and these games aren't inherently bad. Same way, I like Genshin, I like WoW, I like Enfield. I'll probably like Azure Familiar, but it's just like, you've played one, you played the lot, right? I'll be real, I fuck with Valhalla. Yeah, I'll do it as well. I'll admit, it was 20 hours too long. Like, when it come to completing that, the last 10, 15 hours, I was like, bro, this game should have ended 10, 15 hours ago at least. You know what I mean? It really did drag on. It overstayed its welcome, you know? I enjoyed it. It was a nice experience, man. Think Library Ruiner would be good for a stream. You reckon? You play Lob Corp, get the memory leak fix, and a few others because the game doesn't work as intended and the mods exist to fix it. Yeah, I saw some people talking about that in Discord actually as well. I might look into that. I might actually watch some videos to see where to get it, like, you know, running good and everything. AC games have too much bloat, feel cumbersome to play. I do think the newer ones do, right? Valhalla definitely suffered from that. Again, as I say, I don't think it was a bad game, but it was too big. It was too big. You know what I mean? Biggest problem for me is not... Yeah, I think that's fair, Zero. I think that's fair. Like, as somebody who wasn't massively into the old Assassin's Creed games, I got a bit of fun out of them. I don't know if it was one or two that I enjoyed the most. And I'll admit that. Like, I think if you were an Assassin's Creed fan, the newer ones probably weren't going to be... I'm not saying you couldn't enjoy them, but like, you could look at them and be like, well, this is not Assassin's Creed. I mean, that's definitely a fair thing, and I'd agree with that. It's just because I wasn't overly into the Assassin's Creed games, I wasn't lamenting the loss of something where, if you was, then you would be right. So, I mean, it's totally fair. Don't trust the Limbus Simpson Library of Runo. Flick's getting NTR'd again. I see 2 to 4 with the best. Unity was mid, and then Syndicate was a 7 out of 10. Rest is no longer Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's actually fair. All right, let's do this. Modern AC games make people appreciate Unity. That is like when I think about things like COD, right? I was a COD fan back in the day. Loved Modern Warfare. World at War. Oh my days. Such good times with my mates playing zombies and multiplayer. Modern Warfare 2. Insane. Black Ops. Fuck, man, what a game. Modern Warfare 3. Probably my favourite Call of Duty. And then we went to Black Ops 2. And a lot of people call Black Ops 2 the best Call of Duty, right? But for me, I don't know, man. There was a bit of a meta shift and I just wasn't vibing with it like the others. But then when I think of modern Call of Duty, I'm like, oh my god, Black Ops 2 was like... you know, like the Mona Lisa in comparison. It's crazy. As Flix, no, he just wants me to play Ark Knights. That's why he's salty. He wants me to play Ark Knights. Oh, I'd be so down for that, Grease. I'd be so down for that. As somebody who really enjoyed Apex when it came out and played a lot of it, I would be, yes. Yeah, I agree. I think as well, I know it's still doing well, but surely it's at a point now where, you know, we could potentially move resources to that, right? I just gave up after BL3, though I actually did enjoy it. I did as well. Like, I had a whole series on YouTube of going for the Dark Matter camo on Black Ops 3. Like, that was... Black Ops streams for me was good streams. Like, I used to stream a lot, like, wasn't a fan of... Well, Advanced Warfare had its moments, right? It had its moments. And admittedly, to be fair, it was viewers. That's probably where I started to understand gacha. Was people would donate so much money just for me to just pull on loot boxes, on loot crates, you know? I still hear the audio in my head. I think it was for Advanced Warfare, right? Of when you get the one certain crate, it's like, elite, elite, elite. I still hear that in my head, man. Yo, 3 some modded world at war for zombies. Doesn't Casual do the... Casual just curses me on my pulls. That's what Casual does. Casual's evil. Casual's genuinely... Even commented on my last video saying, like, maybe I'll come back off. Because he knows, bro. I swear, every time he says, I'm cursing your pulls today, Peaks, they go terribly. They actually go terribly. Okay, then. All right, then. Let's do this. Let's get into it. 646 Expression of Love. We just got the reveal. Nelly, Nelly kind of fucked us. Big time. The one person I thought was in this story of tainted love, terrible decisions, selfish attitudes, was the one person that I was like, good guy. The good guy. And then she turned out that she was the worst of them all. Self-aware, at least, but potentially the worst of them all. Let's get into it. Nelly was right. Heathcliff the Earl King had already disappeared into the rooftops. The only chance Virgilius gave us, the awakening, and managed with my clock. The very last of Heathcliff's hopes.
그래. 정말로.
Definitely lucky I didn't read Wuthering Heights.
끝나버렸어.
Yo, Casual, speak of the devil. Speak the devil's name and he shall appear. How's it going, man? Yeah, we're saying terrible things about you. Really, don't rewind the stream because you'll never want to come back. Horrible things there was. I'm joking.
색깔이 끊임없이 섞여든다. 잠깐 동안 보라색으로 빛났던 마음에 회색이 칠해지고 또다시 빛빛이 칠해지다가 빛바랜 색으로도 더 칠해지고 그래서 어느덧 내 색깔은 검은색이 되어버렸다. 아무에게도 보이지 않는 보일 필요조차 없는 새까만 밤의 색 뒷골목의 색
Color of the back streets.
또다시 정전이
Have things changed again? Huh? Where did Heathcliff go?
그러게요? 히스클리프 씨가 갑자기 어디에
무슨 소리야? 난 여기 있잖아.
Oh shit. Dude's got... It's like he's got that, you know, that light absorbing paint you can get that's like... It absorbs like 99.5% of light or something. Dude looks like that at the moment. Bro could get in trouble for that. It's 2026, man. Bro could get in trouble for doing this, you know? They're in the wrong place. Just saying. Just saying.
뻔한 결말이지. 또다시 뒷골목으로 돌아갔을 거야. 우리 히스클리프에게 그것만큼 잘 어울리는 곳은 없었을 테니. 불쌍한 히스클리프. 이번에도 패배와 좌절만을 맛보고 돌아가는구나.
그만해. 듣고 싶지 않아.
딱하지. 너희와 있어도 뭐 하나 바뀌지 않을 아이였을 거야.
Dante, it's your time to shine, Brooke.
히스클리프를 봐. 히스클리프의 말로지.
Oh, I guess that's like almost like a realization in a sense of being swallowed by it, right? The blackness, the darkness of it all, right? The despondency, the idea of revenge, the anger, the hatred even. What the other Heathcliff actually did, right? I disagree. You probably can't hear a thing I'm saying, but I still do. Because
이곳에 더 이상 있고 싶지 않아.
결국 린튼이랑 결혼해야겠지. 지금 히스클리프와 결혼하면 내 품위가 떨어지고 말 거니까.
진정마지. 또 이기역이군. 방 안에서는 캐시와 넬리가 한창 나에 대한 얘기를 하고 있겠지. 서둘러 나가야겠어. 더 이상 듣고 있다가는 내 마음이 분명 산산조각 나다 못해 터져버릴 테니까. 근데 망할 시계 소리는 아직도 들리고 있네. 내가 얼마나 고통받더라도 시간은 계속 흘러간다는 거지. 근데 더 기다린다고 뭐가 바뀌지? 더 기다린다고 뭐가...
like how the clock tone's different each time, right?
알았어, 기다려볼게. 그러니까 그만 좀.
린튼과 결혼한다면 히스클리프를 더 나은 사람으로 만들어줄 수 있어.
Oh, is he able to see this now through Dante seeing it like through Nelly? Because like obviously he can kind of look into people's memories to a degree, right? But obviously Heathcliff had left, so that he wouldn't be able to perceive this, right? He's got to be seeing it through kind of like Nelly, right? See, I said this as well. This doesn't change the fact that Catherine is an issue, but I said this, that marrying Linton, she could provide a better life for Heathcliff, right? Now, a better person, that's a bit rough to say, but I mean, just protect him from being put back onto the streets, because if they got married, they'd, you know, in the eyes of the classes and that, they'd probably be left destitute potentially, maybe, you know. Hindley wouldn't accept them, they're probably out on the streets. Obviously, she's looking after herself and out for herself as well, but there is that as well, right? Like, you know, it doesn't change the fact that it's still gonna burn. And I suppose with true love, they could attempt to make a life for themselves, but this isn't America, right? This isn't modern Europe. It's making a life for yourself would be pretty difficult, right? Probably the golden bow resonating. True. But like, even with the bow, right, it needs to be resonating between Dante and the other person, right? Because like every time Dante's done this previously, he's usually been interacting with the person that he's able to see the past of, right? So it's either through Kathy or Nelly, right? Because it couldn't be through Heathcliff because he'd already left, hadn't he? Do you know what I mean? There's got to be that connection as well, right? It's like resonating between all of them, right? And he's just able to see. Miscommunication that led to generational multiversal hunt. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Damn, these two caused loads of people to get murdered across the multiverse. I don't really hate Kathy. I don't think I hate anybody in this story, if I'm honest, because this is like the tragedy of human nature, right? Now, unless you're doing abhorrent things for just being abhorrent, right? That's a different thing. But like, I don't look to anybody here and think they're just doing it because they want to be a bad person. everybody feels, even Nelly, right? She's self-aware of what she's doing, but everybody feels like it seems like it's the right choice to make, right? But it's not. Like, it's just a place of bad decisions, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's just a place where bad decisions keep being made over and over and over again, with a potential positive in mind, right?
그러니까 그 애는 내가 자기를 얼마나 사랑하는지 알아서는 안 돼.
He must never know the immense love I have for him.
아니야. 이번엔
It really isn't a love story, this isn't. And if it's anything like, obviously, like the real book, then I agree with what Tonka said before. It's not a love story, right?
열려있는 그 문을 도로 닫고 싶지 않아.
Poor Heathcliff.
여전히 두렵고 겁이 나. 그럼에도 미안해, 캐시. 너를 실망시켰어. 왜냐하면 나는 네 진심을 듣는 게
And like, some of this is kind of real, right? You know, miscommunication. And it's relatable. Like it says, I'm in a happy relationship with the woman I love to death now, right? You know, she's my girl. We'll spend the rest of our lives together. But I've been in, I said, I've had like three proper relationships. The rest have just been, you know, being a hole. But not them, me. I mean, yo, humour me. Thank you very much for the membership. Appreciate ya. But like, miscommunication, it's a skill. Communication's a skill. Do you know what I mean? Like, it genuinely is. You have to work hard. Relationships aren't easy. You know, people always think, oh, if you love somebody, it's all a bed of roses. It's not right. You have to work hard at a relationship. But this is what I was saying before. You can be you can love somebody or be in love with them, right? You can be in love with them, be infatuated with them, be attracted to them, to be emotionally invested in that sense. But to truly love somebody, you have to, you know, the rough with the tumble, right? So communication, like miscommunication in relationships, can snowball into terrible things happening, right? Do you know what I mean? But yo, Human Me, thank you very much for the membership. Thank you very much for the membership. Oh, damn. Yeah, I was like, not to blow my own horn, right? Like, again, I've only had 3 proper girlfriends, but like, you know, I don't need to go any deeper into it, do I?
알아. 이 미래는 우리에게 다시 올 수 없을 미래라는 거. 내 망설임이 우리를 망쳤지. 그리고 그건 우리뿐만이 아니라 넬리도 망쳤지. 이젠 내가 망가뜨린 것들을 고쳐야 할 시간이야.
That room and that door representing? Because I don't want my Heathcliff to live the rest of his life in regret. That is why, despite everything, I want Heathcliff to forge on to the rooftop.
저 꽃들은 척박한 황무지나 가파른 절벽에서 피어나. 그래서 겉보기엔 항상 고독하고 쓸쓸해 보이지. 그럼에도 내가 이 꽃을 제일 좋아하는 이유를 말해줄까? 다른 꽃들은 전부 말라 비틀어지고 흐릿하게 변해가는데 이 꽃은 시들고 말라가도 색깔은 처음과 같이 똑같더라고.
That kind of like, is she making some statements in regards to her feelings towards Heathcliff there? Their feelings potentially to each other? Even as their, like, relationship can never be the thing that they both love it to be. She can't say what she wants to say. She has to marry somebody else that it'll still remain. It'll still have its colour. That patch of violet.
그래서 난 네가 없을 땐 이 꽃들을 말려서 내 방에 걸어놓을 거야.
반지를? 바보 같은 소리 하지 마.
Herbal.
너를 두고 내가 왜 없어지겠어? 멍청하게도.
That's sad. That's sad.
모른 채로 살고 있었어.
My boy.
개설인, 너의 모든 말들은 나를 사랑한다는 말이었네.
She was kind of saying what she couldn't say, right?
나 돌아왔다.
Heathcliff.
어디로 사라졌던 거예요? 벼락이 치고 나니까 갑자기 온데간데 없이.
괜찮은 건가요? 히스클리프 씨?
아니, 여전히 괴롭고 여전히 고통스러워. 하지만 나는 너를
어서요.
내버려두고 옥상으로 올라갈 거야, 넬리.
뭐?
마왕 히스클리프, 그자는 내 미래가 아니야.
Yes. It's like there's the parallels again here with CANTO VI, right? You know, where Ishii was rejecting her blind obsession that was personified in Ahab, right? And what it did to her and did to all the people around her. But you know, but that was Ahab, and it's kind of the same sort of thing with Heath here, right? It's his time to reject it, but it's mirrored in himself, right? You know, it's not somebody else, it's him. It's what he could become, but literally himself becoming, right? Being swallowed by his own anger, hatred, and revenge, which in itself, again, a blind obsession, you could argue, right? A blind obsession. It's just, it is himself, right? He is his, as you say, his version of his own Ahab. I like that.
너와 그놈은 모든 걸 알고 있음에도 같은 선택을 한 사람이지. 나는 달라. 다른 선택을 할 거야.
Get that agency back.
지금까지 우리의 보모 역할 하느라 수고 많았어, 넬리.
He's also kind of breaking out of things now, right? There are a lot of people have been making decisions that they think will be better for the others, but it's kind of wrapped in their own selfishness, right?
캐서린 씨가 유언장에 써놓았던 세 명의 인물들. 그중 힌들리, 에드가가 모두 명백하게 사망한 것으로 판단되었으니 서류상 워더링 하이츠의 실소유자는 히스클리프 씨로 넘어가게 될 수도 있겠군요.
I don't know if that's how it works exactly, but hey, let's go, boys! We got a new gaff!
네가 원하던 대로 자유라는 미래를 줄게.
Give her freedom. It's just what she wanted as well, right? See, again, he's not only breaking out of it for himself, but for others as well, right?
마음대로 써나가 보던가.
Start writing as you will. That's a nod to the book right there, right? That's a nod to the book, because I think the book is the book predominantly through Nellie's POV? Am I tripping there?
네 혼자만의 이야기든 뭐든 간에
With that, Heathcliff left Nellie behind and began making his way to the rooftop. Nellie collapsed to the floor, making an odd noise that sounded like a mixture of laughter and sobbing.
해방됐어. 해방된 걸까? 그러면 이제 나도
Master gave Dobby a sock. Dobby is free.
뭐해? 다들 빨리 안 따라오고.
Let's go. For the first time, I really have no idea what you're thinking right now.
생각? 내가 언제 그딴 걸 깊이 한 적이 있었나?
The OG's back.
그냥 내가 무엇을 해야 할지 분명하게 알 것 같아. 그래서 그래.
Man after my own heart. I don't think, mate. I don't think. Hearts unbroken. Okay, yeah, that was brilliant. I like it. Right, as I said, he was rejecting all of the bad decisions that had been made over and over again, right? Decisions that were thought in the best interest of others, but really, were they? And that's where it led them, where he actually was like, no, you know, I'm rejecting this, not just for myself. This is going to actually benefit you as well. The thing you've actually wanted, and this is how you get it. Rather than, like, murdering a multiverse. This is a better way to do it. I'll just, you know, I'll let you leave. Here we go. Here we go. Earl King Heathcliff awaits us on the rooftop. Just as Faustus expected, the powerful and oppressive energy that surrounded him had only grown more ferocious since our last encounter. This must be because of the golden bow and the pure form of humanity. Heathcliff watches us stumbling up the stairs to our exhaustion. He lowers Catherine's coffin to the rooftop floor.
형편없는 결말이지. 안 그런가? 나는 힌들리와 린튼을 무너뜨리기 위해 지독히도 애를 쓰고 스스로를 몰아세웠어. 이곳은 나만의 천국이다. 거의 다 이르렀지. 천국? 이 꼴을 보고도 그런 말이 나오냐? 똑바로 봐! 너는 지옥의 한가운데에 있는 거야. 캐서린이 죽었다는 사실을 알게 된 후 난 모든 것에서부터 캐서린을 보았다.
That must be rough, though.
심지어 내 얼굴을 볼 때에도 캐서린이 떠올랐지. 온 세상이 나에게 계속해서 알려주고 또 알려주는 것 같았어. 캐서린은 이 세상이 틀림없이 존재했지만 나로 인해서 이놈이 죽어버렸다는 사실이. 그러니까 내가 제대로 숨을 쉬고 심장이 뛰기 위해선 단 한편없이 열망해온 그 소망.
My wish. Oh, is that the other bow there, is he? So we got the one in the coffin and the one there. They're resonating with each other. It's like the wisps of light are sort of interconnecting. What do I think of him so far? Badass design. Like his entrance, you know. Especially when he came out with the hunt was cool as fuck, right? Was really cool. I think as a an antagonist. I suppose, like, with this, there's been multiple, right? You know, it feels like... What I like about this Kanto is obviously he's the dude who we're fighting here, right? But it feels like almost with this Kanto, everybody's been an antagonist, right? Heathcliff himself, the Alter Heathcliff, Kathy, you know, Linton, Hindley, Nellie, everybody's like, it's not been one, you know, like with Canto 5, it was Ahab, right? And obviously it was Ishii as well. That's the beautiful thing about the stories in this. It's not like, oh, we're just innocent good guys. That's the bad guy. We're connected, aren't we? You know, Ishii was, you know, becoming Ahab, you know, the blind obsession, you know, the driven becoming her. So like that's a really cool thing about the story. But I do like about this, it feels like he's not entirely the only antagonist, right? Everybody in this is an antagonist in this story. Do you know what I mean? I do like that, obviously, even down to his bat, right, having revenge on it. Literally, Earl King is the personification of the words on Bro's bat, which is kind of dope. We aren't Mary Sue's, yeah. Not even just we're not Mary Sue's, like, we're relatable, we're flawed. Again, we are sinners, right? So yeah. Again, they kill it with the story in this game, right?
모든 세계의 히스클리프를 죽여야 한다는 것. 그래, 그 단 하나의 사실이야말로 내 사랑의 증명이었어.
Again, this thing with toxic love, right?
많은 히스클리프들 또한
It's not real love.
분노를 하거나 목숨을 구걸하다가도 결국은 자신의 죽음이 캐서린을 위한 것임을 인정하고 기꺼이 목숨을 내놓더군. 유쾌하지 않은 일이었지.
It's crazy when you think about it, because like Kathy and Heathcliff's relationship not only dragged, you know, the miscommunication in their relationship, right, dragged so many people. It wasn't the sole reason, you know, like Hindley was Hindley from the get-go, right? That wasn't necessarily a miscommunication between them two. That was a miscommunication between him and his dad as well, right? And obviously his jealousy and just him being a prick, for one. But like, not only did it pull everybody within the manor into the orbit of this problematic relationship, this problematic meeting of two people, shit went multiversal. You know? Talk about fucking collateral damage.
세상에 히스클리프를 사랑하는 사람은 아무도 남아있지 않으며 그걸 알면서도 이 손으로 히스클리프를 죽이기 위해 돌아다니는 것.
That's sad.
그거 아나? 히스클리프는 죽어도 아무도 울어주지 않아. 그래서 내가 대신해서 묻어주고 울어주지.
Oh,
비록 내가 죽을 땐
that's a great line.
성정만이 가득하겠지만.
Did you know that no one ever weeps for Heathcliff's death? So the task falls to me to bury them, to shed my tears for them. Yet only silence shall attend my own demise. That is a hard line. Great writing.
아니야, 네 방법은 틀렸어.
Bit different for our Heathcliff though.
물론 캐서린을 행복하게 할 수 있다면 난 무엇이든 바쳤을 거야. 하지만 모든 세계를 보았던 너라도 하나만은 끝까지 깨닫지 못한 게 있더라고. 무슨 말이지? 어떤 세계에서든 간에 캐서린과 히스클리프는 항상 비참하고 불행하게 끝난다고 했지. 하지만 아주 작은 열쇠 하나만으로도 행복해질 수 있었어. 아니야, 그런 세상은 없어. 아니, 우리의 존재로 인해 캐서린은 반드시. 답답하네. 우리의 존재 자체가 문제가 아니었다니까. 그렇게 믿고 싶은 내가 문제였지.
telling you that it's got nothing to do with our existence. The problem was that I wanted to believe that it was.
그냥 그 문을 열고 들어가서 무서워도 부끄러웠어도 아주 조금의 용기를 내서 말을 걸면 되는 거였어.
Again, an incredibly relatable thing, you know, especially when you're younger. A fear of hearing a thing like that, potentially where that conversation can go. Strong, man, you know? It's a real strong fear.
그걸 어떻게 증명할 수 있지? 우리에겐 남은 게 아무것도 없는데. 내 캐서린은 이미 눈을 감은 지 오래인데.
Open the door to her coffin.
맞아. 네 놈 말대로 과거를 바꾸면서 증명할 수는 없어. 내가 무슨 짓을 하든 간에 캐서린이 다시 눈을 뜨지 못할 수도 있겠지. 하지만 그럼에도 나는 옥상으로 왔어. 이게 무슨 뜻인 줄 알겠냐? 너나 나나 서로 망한 새끼들인 건 맞지만 난 너처럼 모든 원인을 없애겠다며 잡아 죽이고 다니진 않을 거라고.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm so glad we didn't try and rush this into the stream yesterday. And this requires digesting, this does.
마음이 어디까지 무너졌다고 하더라도 네가 무슨 말을 하든 바뀌는 건 없다, 히스클리프. 나는 너를 죽이고 다음 세계로 넘어갈 거니까. 그럼 뭘 기다리는 건데?
Heathcliff pulled the golden bow from the roof of the manor, where it was installed as a lightning rod.
소용없어. 제 아무리 노력해봤자 너는 황금가지를 파괴할 수 없다. 부술 수는 없어도 망가뜨리는 건 가능하지. 죽이겠다고? 나를? 네가? 아니, 네 소원대로 나를 찌르겠다고. 뭐?
Rolls look shook at that.
역시. 잘은 모르겠지만
Earl King meeting Coop on Cliff, you know.
황금가지가 필요한 거지?
But it being imbued with lightning is a necessary part of his plan.
그렇다면 내가 그 힘을 빼앗아 버리면 다 일그러지는 거 아니냐?
Wait, how do you even know that, Heathcliff?
원래 내가 공부는 못해도 냄새는 잘 맡아왔잖아.
Heathcliff, oh shit! Bro stuck it straight into his gut. Be careful, lightning don't strike him. We don't want to miss a squirrel situation.
캐서린, 내가 돌아왔어. 문을 열어줘.
왜 스스로를 찌른 거예요? 이게
I love that
당신이 바라는
Ishmael-
결말이에요?
Ishmael is the one that runs through him. Like, their relationship, the growth of them two together has been brilliant to watch, actually.
이제 곳곳에 있는 캐시에게 내 목소리가 닿아야 하니까. 지금까지 내가 보았던 황금가지는 마음을 연결시켜주는 것 같았으니까 내 느낌대로 하는 것뿐이야.
그게 무슨...
캐서린은 워더링 하이츠 그 자체가 되었어.
She's become Wuthering Heights itself.
어떻게 인지는 나도 몰라.
So I got questions about the ghosts she's seen, and like, what was she seeing?
하지만 캐시도 넬리와 이놈이 보았던 그 거울을 똑같이 본 거라면, 그리고 나와 계속 같은 마음을 가지고 있었다면, 그 애가 어떤 선택을 했을지 알 것 같거든. 생각해보면 여기 온 이후로 워더링 하이츠는 계속해서 나를 밀어냈고 일기장은 계속해서 나를 달래줬지. 언제나 솔직하지 못했어. 캐시도 나도.
Yeah, man. Lies rarely benefit people in the end.
히스클리프 씨,
In this context, anyway. Ooh, another lightning strike. The diary flips through its page until it comes to a stop on the last page.
히스클리프, 그거 알아?
The music's great as well, man. Would you like to hear a story, Heathcliff?
아주 오래전 조세핀이 들려준 이야기가 있었어.
Long time ago, Josephine told me a little tale.
이 저택 아래에는 아주 오래되고 깊은 강이 흐르고 있다고 했지.
She said that there is a deep, ancient river flowing beneath this manor.
터가 좋지 않으니 아무것도 세우면 안 된다고 수많은 건축가가 입을 모아서 말했대.
Every architect said this was not a good place to build anything, let alone a house, that nothing should ever be built atop this hill.
그럼에도 이 워더링 하이츠는 세워졌어. 보이지 않는 이 깊은 지하의 강 위에서.
Wuthering Heights was built here nonetheless over the unseen Hypergean River.
그리고 나는 어렸을 때부터 이 저택에서 돌아가신 엄마의 유령을 보곤 했어.
Ever since I was a child, I saw the ghost of my late mother wandering the halls of this manor. It was her mom.
넬리, 저 유령 보여? 무슨 소리를 하는 거예요, 아가씨? 유령 같은 건 없다니까. 그러게 제가 낮잠 자라고 할 때 퍼뜩퍼뜩 잠들었어야죠. 마님. 다행히도 그걸 보는 건 나 혼자만이 아닌 듯했지.
Oh shit, thankfully I wasn't the only one who was seeing ghosts.
이 조세피는 마님이 다시 돌아올 줄 알고 있었어요. 저 밑에 흐르는 강물이 마님을 다시 이 저택으로 데리고 올 거라고. 그렇게 제가 이 집에서의 임무를 다 끝내면 그 강의 물을 마시게 해주시겠다고.
그리고 그건 내가 자라날 때까지 계속해서 보였지. 히스클리프가 떠나고 모든 의욕을 잃어버린 나에게
She could see a supernatural.
넬리는 거울 조각을 보여줬어.
아가씨, 제가 신기한 거울을 하나 얻어왔어요. 재미난 것들이 막 보이더라고요. 요술 거울인가 봐요. 아가씨는 이런 발명품을 좋아하실 것 같아서요.
So I just wanted to double check something there.
그 거울 속에서 나는 수도 없이 많은 히스클리프와 나를 보았어.
Is this when she saw that there was never supposed to be in other versions?
히스클리프는 나로 인해 황폐해지고 냉혹해지고 우울해지고 끝도 없이 불행해져 갔지. 그건 마치 처음부터 짜여진 운명 같았어. 어떤 식으로든 반드시 비참해져 갔지. 저기 보여? 다른 유령이 또 보이고 있어.
She's Justin.
아가씨, 상태가 많이 안 좋아요. 찬바람 쐬지 말고 들어가서 쉬세요.
저 유령은 왜 계속 슬프게 울고 있지? 그리고 왜 낯이 익은 걸까? 나 거울을 맞아봐야겠어, 멜리. 나는 히스클리프가 행복해질 수 있는 유일한 길을 찾아내고 싶어서 밤새도록 그 거울을 보고 또 보고 또 보고 두 눈에서 피눈물이 흐를 때까지 봤어.
Damn.
그러다 계속 들려왔던 비명소리의 끝에 가장 절망하는 캐서린들을 만나게 되었지.
And the Catherines who tasted the deepest despair.
너는 모든 세상에서 제일 고통스럽게 소리 지르고 있는 캐서린이네. 이 세계에서 히스클리프는 나 때문에 먼저 죽어버렸으니까.
Oh shit. I am Heathcliff's murderer.
우리도 너처럼 거울 너머의 모든 세계를 떠돌아다니며 본. 하지만 그 어떤 세계를 보아도 히스클리프와 나는 같이 행복하게 살아가는 결말은 없어. 그러니 우리에게 남은 건 고통뿐이야. 혼자 남겨진 내가 살아갈 리에는 없으니까.
Holy shit, man. The voice acting's insane, man. Fuck, this game is like such an advertisement for Korean voice acting. Crazy.
모든 히스클리프는 왜 항상 행복해질 수 없을까? 어째서?
So it seems like everybody who comes in just kills it, right? Just actually kills it. And actually murders someone in front of her. Right? They fed the pure despair to her. Yeah, like insane jobs, man. Like again, like it's not even just the main cast. It's like everybody's appearance is just goated.
답은 하나야. 우리 탓이지. 캐서린이 있기에 히스클리프는 반드시 불행해져 가니까.
Holy shit, like, yeah, okay, I can understand why people don't fuck with Nelly now. You know, because, like, obviously, again, I don't know if she knew this would be the outcome, right? Like, again, she was making a decision that she thought would, like, benefit people, but, like, cause despair to, like, just, like, increase tenfold, right? Do you know what I mean? Not only across worlds, but, like, in each world itself because of what they could see. And that it was kind of like I guess in a sense, kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, she is just like Earl King in a sense that believes that she's at fault for it all. He just went to the point of, you know, jumping across worlds to deal with the matter, right?
모든 히스클리프가 불행한 건 나의 탓. 모든 세계의 내가 없어진다면
Oh, shit.
모든 히스클리프는 행복해질 수 있는 거야? 그래, 그러니까 세제라도 늦지 않았어.
Just pick up the
남은
motherfucking
세계의
phone.
클리프를 위해서.
This is, like I say, it's a story of like deep tragedy, and as Heathcliff said, it was so close to just not being this way, right? Extreme self-destruction, yeah, but like so close for it not needing to happen. If just a bit of better communication happened, but instead they were willing to spiral into despair.
우리를 너의 세계에 초대해줘. 제일 먼저 이곳에 너를 죽인 다음에 그 다음 세계로 넘어가서 또다시 나를 죽일 거야. 또다시. 그러면 히스클리프들은 천국에 도달할 수 있구나. 내가 없는 천국에.
Oh shit, look at her hand. Sort of like clawed almost, isn't he? See, they have come to the same conclusion, yeah. Because, like, that Heathcliff sees himself in heaven with doing this, right? And so does she. Two sides of the same coin across all the worlds, by the looks of it, yeah.
그제야 모든 굴레가 풀리는 느낌이었어. 그건 너무나 당연히도 내가 해야 할 일 같았어. 나는 모든 히스클리프를 사랑하니까. 그 애는 행복해져야 마땅한 존재니까.
말씀하신 대로 뒷골목의 연줄을 좀 이용해서 힌들리 씨를 파산시켰어요. 도박에서 모든 재산을 완전히
So it was her then, yeah. Made for each. I think everybody was in a sense, right? I think they all were. Birds of a feather flock together, right?
넬리가 아는 사람의 도움을 받아 힌들리 오빠를 파산시켜 워더링 하이츠를 빼앗았고.
Yeah, she's a major manipulator, isn't she?
결과는 걱정 마세요. 이미 몇 번 비슷한 실험을 해본 적이 있으니. 실험실 준비만 잘 된다면 말이죠.
실험실은 말한 대로 다 준비해 놓을 거야. 얼마가 들던 상관없어.
그리고 계속 말씀드리는 거지만 이 방식은 본인의 몸에 새로운 인격이 더 씌워지는 겁니다.
Not the psycho bitch.
그러려면 그 몸에 남아있는 의식은 없어야 해요. 그래야지만 온전한 인격의 소환이 가능해진다는 것을 예전의 실험을 통해 증명했거든요.
나는 캐서린을 초대하기 위해 지하실에 거대한 실험실을 설치했어.
It was, yeah. Yeah, she's full of bad decisions, right? Well, everybody's, you know, this is a story of bad decisions.
린슨의 도움을 받아 황금가지를 구입해. 하지만
He lost all his savings running the FGO gacha.
인격을 온전한 형태로
Or Terman.
굉장히 큰 에너지가 드는 일이야.
I love her design.
하나의 황금가지로는 부족하지. 하지만 다행히
우리도 황금 가지를 하나 확보해둔 상태야.
If you think a little, everyone was manipulated. They gave the minute to Nelly, who broke, then gave the minute to Kathy, who broke in turn. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah, really, yeah. Nelly was manipulated, so in turn manipulated Kathy, who in turn manipulated her brother. You know? Manipulated Linton. Bad decisions, the Canto, for real.
에너지를 모아 실험실에 있는 황금 가지까지 연결해 줄 거야.
당신 정말 친절하시네요.
Yeah, I'm sure she's doing it in the kindness of her heart.
제가 무엇을 지불하면 되나요?
우린 돈은 필요하지 않아. 대신에 반죽을 만들게 해줄래? 그걸 내 거래 조건으로 둘게.
It's to make a doll.
반죽이요?
그래. 아무것도 섞이지 않은 순수하고 정제된 반죽.
어서 날 초대해줘. 응. 조만간 실험이 완성될 거야. 넬리? 이젠 유령이 무섭지 않아. 모든 두려움은 무지에서부터 나오는 것이니까. 그래서 나는 히스클리프와 말하는 게 그렇게 무서웠나 봐. 까마득한 그 마음을 나는 알 수가 없어서. 내가 유령이라고 생각했던 것은 다른 세계에서 온 우리였어.
Just us from other worlds. How is she perceiving them then?
비참해지고 고통스러워하지만 나를 죽이기 위해 이 저택을 헤매고 있는 나였지.
So wait, when she was thinking it was her mother, was it? Was it her?
자, 당신에 관해 7번의 벼락이 치고 난 후 다른 세계에서 넘어올 수 있는 길이 열리고 당신이 바라는 캐서린이 소환될 수 있을 거야.
린튼도 행복할 거야. 당신이 사랑하는 나를 위해 하는 일이니까.
관을 닫으면 당신은 다시 눈을 뜨지 못해.
알고 있어. 하지만 이게 끝이 아니야. 언제 어디서든 당신을 지켜보고 있을 테니까.
당신이 바라는 건 전부 이루어 놓겠어.
Put something in the river and make you see ghosts.
좋은 꿈 꾸게, 내 사랑.
그 반죽은 꽤 순도가 높은 거라 무엇이든 될 수 있거든. 내가 원하는 건 그 반죽보다는 그걸 넘어선 가장 처음의 것이지만
Something at the far beginning of all things.
어딘가에 돌아올 생각도 없는 히스클리프보다는 오로지 캐서린만을 위한 히스클리프. 그러니까 당신만을 위한 히스클리프를 만들어줄게. 그리고 당신 저택 아래 흐르고 있는 그 강이 정말 당신과 내게 많은 도움이 될 수 있을 거야. 당신의 의식은 영영 사라지는 게 아닐 수도. 세계 가장 밑바닥에 흐르는 이 강은
Oh shit, so you weren't joking about the river?
어딘가에서 이 모든 것을 지켜보는 것도 좋겠지.
So it traps the consciousness.
나만을 위한 히스클리프. 그게 무슨 말이야? 그리고 나는 왜 이 모든 걸 지켜보게 된 거지?
Is that like? Oh, it just made me think of like the River Styx. Is that like a nod to that or something?
내가 애초에 어디에 있는 거지? 내 말이 들리긴 하는 거야?
아무 걱정하지 마요. 소원의식은 반드시 성공시켜 줄 테니. 그리고 혹시나 말하는 것이지만 마음 단단히 먹고 기억하렴. 이 모든 것은 네가 사랑하는 히스클리프를 위한 것이니까.
Yo, this bitch is crazy. Love Corp utilizes Carmen's piss. What the fuck? The clock turns to revive Heathcliff, who stabbed himself with a golden bow.
개소리.
Oh shit. Eventually, Catherine from a distant world is slowly pulled from the coffin the other Heathcliff is carrying. The golden bow that impaled Heathcliff began to return to whence it came. Back to where Heathcliff first tore it from, like it was meant to be. So, she's like ethereally around everywhere. We brought the two craziest versions of them. We've got the craziest Heathcliff and the craziest Catherine here now. That's a bit of a fucking problem. They're like kind of like the personification of like the absolute worst elements of both of them, aren't they? Like his inability to take a moment to seek the truth, to be swallowed by his anger and his aggressiveness, and you know, because he's quick to anger, isn't he? Anyway, Heathcliff, right? And then like her with her like deep despairing nature. It's like they're the worst of all of them, or all here, right? Every world. Let's go. Stu boys. Give me a 60. Thank you very much. Cheers. Let's go. 40, 45. We should be okay, hopefully. We should be okay. Second best Millie song. Catherine, who Heathcliff decided so desperately to reach. She was walking out to the coffin, her eyes opened. Yet, she looks like the crazy cat lady. The seventh lightning has struck. She's being overwritten by a Catherine from a different world.
내게 이러지 마. 선택하면서도 계속 모든 걸 견뎌낸 이유는 너였어. 그냥 저택에 다시 돌아와서 너를 만나고 싶었어. 그것뿐인데.
The space surrounding Catherine, who is screaming and wailing, begins to bend and refract as though something has gone wrong. Oh shit.
아니야. 달라.
You know the music?
내게 이런 말을 해줄 수 있는 건
이 세계의 모든 히스클리프가 어떻게 되든 말든 너는 아무 상관없는 일이라고 생각하는 거야? 곧 나야. 내가 세상에서 느낀 가장 큰 고통은 히스클리프가 느낀 고통이고 내가 살면서 가장 많이 생각해온 건 히스클리프야.
I am Heathcliff. My greatest miseries in this world have been Heathcliff's miseries, and I have watched and felt each from the beginning. My great thought in living is himself.
다른 모든 것이 남고 그 애가 없는 세상이 도달할 거라면 캐서린 또한 존재해서는 안 돼.
캐시! 어딘가에 네가 느껴져! 어디 있지?
The identity. Something's gone wrong with its summoning. With the summoning.
캐서린 씨의 의지가 개입되고 있는 것이 주요 원인으로 파악됩니다. 캐서린 씨가 소원을 거부하고 있다는 거예요?
Oh shit.
날 불러와줘. 네가 진정으로 히스클리프를 사랑하는 것이 맞다면.
Oh, it's a tune.
어디 있지? 내게로 와, 캐서린! 어딘가에 네 목소리가 들려. 제발.
Oh shit. Wave 1. Oh my days, bro. Alright, let's take a little look here. All skills target Heathcliff. If Heathcliff's dead, we're done. Right, okay. Same as last time later. Clash lose, Heathcliff against Heathcliff. It's 5 SP and gain 2 body next turn. So we really need to be winning our clashes with Heathcliff, yeah. Okay, like... Ooh, that line means so much more now. The message has already been said through patches of violet. Jeez! Mid-writing, great music. Mid-writing? What are you talking about? Is writing sick? Oh, unclashable. He said. You know, I don't know if I trust this chick at the moment, man. I really don't. Sinking. Generate Wild Hunt unit next turn. Ooh. On use. Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah, I remember we got our skill as well, haven't we? We got our skill. Flix is the crazy person in the background. Flix is the crazy Catherine from the other world. We must destroy Limbus in all worlds for Pixel to play Ark Knights. It's the only way. Yeah, you guys are right, man. We might have to go back through and listen to some of the songs again properly, like how we did before. Like, it's a non-monetizable video, but hey, you know, for the culture. Flix is Linda sitting on the... Okay, so we got the bind on him, yeah. Okay, which... Okay, so that's unclashable. Let's maybe fight this one then, yeah. Okay. Oh, we don't need to worry about fighting these, do we, actually? They don't do any damage, do they? They just generate a World Hunt unit, right? They do not do any damage at all. He doesn't do anything, does he? Does he? Is it just a straight up little attack? Just a little bit of a... That's just his defense level, right? Low damage, yeah. Is it low damage? How do I know what the damage is that it would said? Still a weak attack. Okay. Right, okay. I'll tell you what then. Actually, let's... Considering these are just on a defense, we don't have to worry about that, right? So let's, let's do that.
있겠는데? 쳐다보기엔
Let's do that.
멋있는 건 알아봤어.
Attack has shit damage. Blixie's punishment for rage by 3 more weeks of Limbus strike.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
I can't help it though, man. I'm like 3 plus 3, 6. But yeah, so it's low damage. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's sort of one we can potentially ignore sometimes, right? If we need to go all in.
바로 그거다 딸래.
If you hover over an enemy when you're not clashing, it'll show you the projected damage on its current target. Right. Okay. Oh shit! Yeah, that was a bad move. I put the oh yeah, I did. I fucked up with Fishy's move. Yeah. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Never happened. Never happened, chat. Alright. Alright. Never went down. Yeah, bro's close to stagger, yeah. Neutral. Yeah, I'll remember that next time not to use that defensive move like that. I fucked up. Once he catches up, we'll be in the Limbus content drought again. I've still got things like you know, harder mirror dungeons to experience as well, and then like I'm down to like starting some streams to really like practicing some team building and learning the characters and stuff as well. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to slow down, honestly, but I can't. I'm struggling too, man. Like, at the minute, this is all I kind of want to play.
낫도 반듯이
Like, just across gaming in general, not even just a gacha thing, right? Like, it's kind of like, I kind of want to play it just in general. Okay, so this is unclashable, yeah? Oh, shit. I don't need to. You know, with this, can you only drop the defensive skill on the bottom rung? Is that all you can do? Can you only drop the defensive skill on the bottom rung? Yeah, okay. % to the amount of stagger threshold raise from Tremor Burst and any other stagger threshold raising effects on use applied 3 attack power up and 3 damage up to all allies, including this unit next turn. Yeah, same for the ego as well, yeah. So you kind of have, yeah, okay. Alright, so you have to, if you, sometimes you know, you ain't going to want to, but you might be forced to consume the better skill out of necessity, potentially. Unless you've got another option, like... Okay, let's try and deal with those as well, man. Look, I was struggling. Bucko out here on the struggle bus. I think I really need to start dumping into him, man. I need to get bro to his stagger threshold, man. I don't know if I don't know. I'm spreading myself a little bit too thin here. Yo, shout out to everyone in chat as well, guys. Appreciate you hanging out again today. On this fine Saturday.
우리 엄마 멋있는 건 알아가지고.
No, Dom. Dom, no. Oh, it's about time. I'm really wary of Ryoshu. Saying that, you know what? I'll take it back. I'll take it back. I'm a little bit wary, but I can't. Like, you know, she came in clutch in the end, didn't she? She did come in clutch in the end, so kind of can't. Gotta watch what I say, man. I gotta watch what I say. To be honest, while I do think CANTO 6 is great, didn't move me as much as the predecessors, the ones that came after, like CANTO 7. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait till the end, but. Ooh, there's parts of this that I like better, and like I do really like the story in this of how everybody's flawed, and it's like this tragic story of miscommunication and bad decisions, all in the sense of for the greater good, right? That is a great thing about this story. But man, CANTO 5 for me was fucking awesome, man. Like, I really, really, really like CANTO 5. Like, Ahab, I think still, in all of Gacha, is the best antagonist. You know? Best antagonist, man. She's fucking awesome. Paralyzed, right? Okay. Was it all pure struggle was here? It's everything hopeless there. Oh. Have I learnt? Oh, struggling there, are we? We're struggling there, are we? Or is she struggling? Oh man, hopeless or just struggling? Is it time to do a bit of ego spam here? Bit of ego spam time, chat. Really got to protect him though, haven't I? I really need to let somebody else take a hit. Hey, bro. So we got to keep Heathcliff going, right? We got to risk the hit on Don, I think. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. The one who grips foes carry me in his canto because of rest me heal. When he dead, just use more ego, right? That's what I'm thinking. Just ego spam just to at least attempt to like at least in an effort to deflect some damage, right? If anything. Don't be staggered. Yeah, I could have maybe shifted it to somebody else, right? I'm just trying to think. I need to protect Heath more than anybody, right? We can afford to lose other people. We can't afford to lose Heath, can we? It's like if it means pushing the damage elsewhere, I guess we kind of have to do it, don't we? Shit. Okay, we knew it was gonna happen. We got 2 staggers off though. Right, okay. Fuck, bro. I feel like we gotta go all in on Bucko, you know. I feel like we have to, man. Like, he's so close to being staggered. Maybe we don't. I feel like we have to, though, because otherwise we're just gonna constantly be being in a fight of having. Having 2 more units dropped on our heads, right? Do you know what I mean? I feel like we just have to gank, bro. Don't want to do that. How many can he spawn? Can he spawn more than 4? We need to protect Heath, though. We've got to protect Heath here. Yeah, that's true.
당부를 펼칠 것도 없겠군. 쳐다보고 물론 하는 건 알아가지고.
Just try and give him a good beating. We need to get some damage in, right? Otherwise, we're just fighting a battle of attrition that we're going to constantly be fighting. We're constantly having to shift damage to them and then come back and shift damage to them and then come back, and it's just like I feel like bro needs his teeth kicked in. I feel like the game's telling me to. Otherwise, we're just going to be Let's go. Okay, bro staggered. So he's sync. No. Oh, not good. Okay. Okay, she's so close to being done. I don't know if this is the best time to, but I need to I don't think I can continually risk taking damage, so we need to protect Don here as well, and then I think everybody else just goes in, yeah? Sync's going to take a decent amount of damage there, though. I don't know if that's worth that. Yeah, fuck you. You might want a shard fluid sac after this. You'll desperately need it for Canto 7. Oh, shit. Oh, what the fuck? Dude, that sounds messed up, doesn't it? She's only got 1 HP here. Turn side, the hand with 2+ HP gain 10 protection and all resistance values become 0.2. Turn start, if both hands are at 1 HP, protection expires and all resistance values revert to default values. When clashing against Heathcliff, clash power -3 and deal 50% damage against Heathcliff. Wins encounter if Heathcliff dies. This unit's panic. I feel like, do I just attack her? Attack her? Well, I could just attack her. Delete. It's all pointless. Turn end. If both hands are at 1 HP, become immobilized. There is a hand with 2 plus HP, gain 10 protection, and all resistance values become 0.2. I really need to focus on the hands, don't you? Right. Millie wears what's that? Millie wears as well? A duet in a trench coat. I need to take the hands out, then, yeah. Right, surely. Yeah, we need to remove the protection, right? We need to remove the protection, don't we? It's got a big boy shield on it, yeah. Need to throw hands. Need to throw hands, yeah? Literally. I do like the design of this this cat though, man. It's fucking dope. Man, team's looking a little bit rough, man. Team's looking a little bit rough. Okay, so he's got a buff against her, hasn't he? I love this song, man.
재밌겠는데?
Kathy would like catch these hands, right?
갖고 놀기. 틀렸다. 하하하. 재밌군.
Go on, Otis. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about. So she loses her protection when in both hands. Have to be in that position.
이 순간이 다 되어
Let's cripple the other one.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어내.
Oh shit.
그렇지.
바로 그거다,
딸렘. 숨 막히도록 견뎌왔고 절박하게 갈망했으며 헤아릴 수 없이 저주했으니.
Okay. Okay, that's still at 18, right? Okay, so she's opened up an attack now. Turn any. Both hands are at 1 HP, become immobilized. So we need to pop the other hand. There is a hand with +2, so she's still got the protection, yeah? She was right. If there is a hand with +2 HP, gain 10 protection and all resistance values become 0.2. Turn start. If both hands are at 1 HP, protection expires and the resistance value reverts to defaults. That's at turn start though, right? When clashing against equally, clash by -3. Right, okay. Oh, is this unclashable? It's only at turn start though, right? So even if we drop this down to 1 HP, she's still got the protection, yeah. We might as well, even though she's got it, might as well dump the rest into it, right? Right? I'm assuming so, right?
그려낸 대로
And then we just go in.
몰아치는 것은 처절한 원망. 이거 공각 맞지?
So next time she'll be
그렇지, 필살. 바로
ult time, right?
브레이크 슬램.
I love that camera, the camera perspective switch with that Ishii attack. Okay, here we go. Can you hear me? Can you hear my voice? I suddenly realised that an unfamiliar voice is echoing directly in my head. Is this the sound coming directly through the golden bow? You hear that too, Clockhead? I turn around to look at Heathcliff. He appears exhausted from the prolonged battle, both in body and spirit. The golden bow that once pierced his chest was long removed after my clock turned, but its influence seemed to be lingering for some reason. Catherine? Heathcliff whispers. Listen closer. What is happening? A frail, desperate voice echoes. The voice shudders so terribly. This is not at all what I wish for. No. I carefully ask the voice a question. So all of this is... I never wanted a Heathcliff who exists for Catherine and only Catherine. Don't think she can hear our voices. All I wanted was for every Heathcliff to be happy. Yo, thanks for the sub, David. All I wanted was to kill every existence of myself. Please, someone help me. Can anyone hear me? Shout. Shout that we can hear her. I would imagine it to be best with him, yeah. Yeah, it's for your boy, right? 9 to 21. Oh, shit myself then. This is... The warm light of the golden bow begins emanating from somewhere. Heathcliff, is that you? Yeah? Kathy, I'm back. I'm... Sorrow, joy, wrath, obsession. I can feel the storm of emotions raging within Heathcliff. Oh. Yet all is silent. I cannot hear his voice. Same emotions can be felt from Catherine's voice. Bloody hell. Cold slowly takes over the warmth as it grows weaker. I can no longer hear Catherine's voice. I knew that it won't be this easy. But Heathcliff refuses to let disappointment hold him back. Instead, he forges on with determination. The other sinners follow suit, prepared for battle. Yes. Yes! All sinners heal 10 SP. Let's go, come on. Yo, Moonberry, thanks for the sub, man. Heathcliff gains 2 haste for the rest of the encounter. All sinners gain 1 haste for the rest of the encounter. Nice. Oh shit, he's on his headless horse. Fuck. Oh, he's going all in on your boy as well. Oh shit. Here we go. Oh, what's going on? The map was distorting? What the fuck? Okay. Oh shit, look at that, what the fuck? What was those different areas? Is that to do with the river? Holy shit. Fuck, neutral. Here we go, Right, my SP's looking decent, so let's hope. Every possibility is converging. +1 horse.
그렇지. 바로 그거라 딸렘.
This is fucking cool storytelling through the map like this is. Do you reckon these are the other ones he's been to? Or just all different ones just in general? Guessing it's definitely showing us one where she came from, one where he came from, and potentially ones where, you know. This is fucking cool, this is. This is really cool, man. Like in terms of a visual thing. It's fucking sick. Oh shit, bucko. Bucko. Not looking good, bruh. Okay, we'll go for the dominating there. Oh, struggle bus. Man, the MIDI music really just escalates stuff, right? Like, the whole like experience of the boss fights, man. The diegetic experience, like the music, the map switching, like even down to things like the way the skills are and stuff. You know what I mean?
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
He gets stuffed in his stack too.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Yo, Shaw, what's up, dude? I need to check his info again in case anything else is Oh, so close to stagger, yeah. What fishy? What fishy? Oh, bro, so close. Delete. So close. Gameplay really reflect how much the sinners are struggling in these fights. What's up, man? Is that yo, bro? You're so shit. It's really selling you. Oh, what now? She's back. It's the same situation again. HP does not drop below 1. Turn ending. Both hands are at 1 HP. Gain shield next turn. Once the shield is fully depleted, become immobilized. Turn start. If there is a hand with +2 pay. Okay. So we need to break the hands down. Then she'll gain a shield. But then once the shield's fully depleted, she becomes immobilized. And then we can ping her. So same thing again, right? Same thing again, right? There's just an extra step, right? Delete. I love this effect. It's cool. Hold on, I just wanna... I wanna see the map phase again. Oh, it's showing me now. I wanted to see this part of the map when it changes. Ah, there we go. What? Was that like crashing waves then? That's really cool, man. I love it. Oh, let's go. Oh, it's such a deep moment for Heath, yet you can see a blurry Ryoshi just crowding the space. Hey, yo, look, it's Ryoshi, right? It's Ryoshi, man. You know? Kinley's violin's been put to good use. My head fills with the voice once again. I never should have summoned that Catherine here. I thought Heathcliff would never have to suffer again if every Catherine were to no longer exist. But I should have known that Heathcliff would have thought the very same. I can feel her heart-rending sorrow, sorry. Not trending. I never should have fled. I should have talked to her instead of running away. Heathcliff was right. Every unspoken word, every unshared discussion only broke their hearts further apart from each other until their words began to run parallel, never to converge. Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, they became like the same, the two sides of the same coin, right? Like, this version of Kathy's like the same as the other version of Heath, right? If only I could go back. Is there truly no way out of this trap that woman set for us? Heathcliff shouts. Kathy, Just as Heathcliff began to speak, a shrill cry tears through our heads. Catherine, do not obstruct me now. We promised, didn't we? We promised to kill all of us so that Heathcliff may find happiness. That cutting voice is tinged with an odd warmth, like a different voice. No. Maybe the two Catherines are vying for control. One of her colossal hands is twitching and stumbling. Maybe this is our chance to neutralise that hand. Who will set forth? It's gotta be Bro, right? Has to be her. Oh shit. Every time that happens, man, I'm like, fuck! Heathcliff immediately knew what I was going for and leapt toward the hand. This can't be. Good. We caught her off guard and neutralised the hand. I instinctively knew that we were so close. So close. Heathcliff heals 10 SP. Heathcliff gains 2 damage up for 4 turns. Every Catherine's both hands gain 2 bind for 4 turns. Every Catherine's both hands gain 2 attack power down for 4 turns. Alright. Oh, what you doing here? Breaking Heart. Deal damage equal to 50% of max HP. Have you seen it? Affinity resistance is increased by value of 0.2. Okay. Rio should delete those fingers. Bro, I'm so invested right here.
준비한 기믹은 이게 다인가?
Get the fuck out of here. Delete.
이거 공감 맞지?
Delete.
바이올렛
Delete.
브레이크 슬램.
Delete. Delete. Delete.
이미 도달했다.
Okay. Got no hands now. Got no hands now. What you gonna do? All hands HP are at 1. Deal 0 damage. What's that? All other allies going too fragile. Just all in on her. You want to break the what's it? Yeah, the shield, right? And then she becomes immobilized after the shield's gone, right?
이 순간이 다 되어 내리라.
You broke a shield now for her to catch yours.
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 배어내.
It's time to communicate, bitch. Oh, that was sick.
자기야 개살인. 사람이 내 앞에 나타나서 나를 찢어 놓아줘. 나는
He's a sick puppy.
여기서 죽어갈 테니.
He's a sick puppy. Okay, I need it. Okay. I can't even offset it, can I? It's target fixed, right? I might as well just dump damage into here then, yeah. Can I clash? No, it's unclashable totally, yeah. Might as well just go all in, right? Because it's going to be unopposed anyway. Right?
그려낸 대로
We ball.
이 순간이 다 되어 내리라.
Keep up his counter. True, yeah.
이제 갖고 놀기 틀렸다.
We got a stagger, haven't we? You reckon? Nah, we got a ways to go, yeah. Oh shit!
고통의 밑바닥 속에서 몸부림치기를.
Damn it! This is Kathy's coffin. It's so cold and dark inside. You remain trapped here all along, just for my happiness. You, who hated the dark so much, burst forth from the coffin. Brother. If only I waited to hear your words to the end. If only I didn't run away. If only I approached you to talk to you first. What a witless mess I am. But so you've broken free from the coffin, Heathcliff. Pointless. It's all pointless. You should have remained in there, suffocating in the worst regret of your life. Shut your trap. I won't run anymore. Not here. At the end of all things. I know it's too late, but I will take this chance before even this passes forever. Even if this chance won't lead to my happiness. Even if this path won't end with your happiness. Because I know for certain that as long as our words are left unsaid, no one will ever be happy. I see. You're right. To wish for your happiness without even talking to you first, out of fear. I should never have done that. I was wrong. I think I heard Kathy's voice. Heathcliff fully heals SB. Heal 15 SB. Heathcliff's determination changes to courage to approach. Yo, bro. The 1 HP, bro? What the fuck? Wins encounter people dies. Target's gun HP is higher than this unit's clash power +2. He'll 5 SP on itself. Yeah, it's all the same, right? Okay, he's got nothing new. What's that? Turn end, heal 10 SP, gain 3 attack power up and 5 protection every turn. When attacked, heal 5 SP, gain 1 offense level up next turn, 3 times per turn. Turn start, if less than 0 SP, gain 3 attack power up. As long as there are 1 or more other surviving ally in this encounter, Heathcliff's HP does not drop below 1. Oh shit! This unit's retreat abilities do not activate for the duration of this encounter. So brothers, as long as everybody else is alive, we're Gucci, right? As long as there are 1 or more other surviving allies in this counter, Heathcliff's HP does not drop below 1. So that was that new addition that we just got from that, what's it? Yeah, okay. Right, okay. Let's fucking ball then, yeah. This is right? All in? You know? Like, because most of the attacks are getting on in there. Obviously, we've got some weight here. She's the one with all the weight. Ooh. Struggle. Should we clash that with it? Or what's it, maybe? You know, if we win a clash on a big weighted attack, that stops everybody else getting hit, right? Yeah, okay. Right, okay. Okay, so I'll spam that ego on there then. This one's got a bit of weight as well, yeah. Let's do that then, yeah. And then just dump everything else into him, right? Don't even need to worry about clashing, right? Can we just dump everything into here? Was that with the way to go? I feel like... Would right. Avoid the attacks. He just tanks. These guys clash on the attacks. They've got a bit of extra weight. And then these two just go into brawl, right? And then we just go from there, yeah. Because there's no point clashing these ones and risking damage to the other units when he can just tank it, yeah. So... Yo, this has been an awesome fight, this has. This has been an awesome fight. I know, like, he's getting a little bit of damage reduction going this way, but at least we're not risking damage, right? Doesn't he get SP for hitting heat? Maybe, but... we just need to fucking beat shit out of him, right? Fuck his SP. Come on, Miguel. Beat shit out of him. Okay. Alright. This one's got weight again, so... yeah, let's get Ryoshu to clash that, I guess, right? This one's got a little bit of weight as well. This one, yeah. Shit, wrong one, right? Wrong one? Yeah. There we go. Same again, right? Damage! Full send. Oh shit. Faust, if things don't get any better, what will happen to them?
히스클리프 씨를 소멸시키는 데 성공한 마왕 히스클리프는 모든 세계를 넘어다니면서 히스클리프를 소멸시킬 것이며 캐서린의 소환이 성공한다면 그녀 또한 모든 세계를 돌아다니면서 캐서린을 탄생시키겠죠.
Oh shit! So that, like, inevitably we'll have a Catherine killer and a Heath killer, and everybody all of them will be gone as well, right? And I guess all Hindleys, all Matthews. To what end?
그 끝엔 이 히스클리프와 캐서린 둘만의 절교가 남지 않을까요?
Yeah. Huh? There's a sound coming from my device. What's this? Oh, we're in Dante's notes. Catherine? Dante. I see that you write a diary of your own. I wouldn't call it a diary. It's not like I record what happens every day in here. That counts as a diary still. It's a record of your life. Then I suppose it is. I like how we're getting into semantics of what a diary is. Catherine? Just before the break of dawn, during the quietest hours of the day, I would write in my diary. Especially on days when I suffered from fevers. I could not bear to keep going without vomiting every fault of mine on a piece of paper. I was always honest with my diary. But it seems that I could never be honest anywhere else. While I hid my true feelings from the ones I loved, while refusing to communicate myself, I became angry at those who couldn't understand me. I can't, no, you know. Not me once it was. Kind of sounds like women in general. Right? Why don't you understand me? I don't have to explain it. You should get it. Heathcliff shall never know. He will never know how much I... No. I have to know. Heathcliff. How did you... Heathcliff logged on. I needed a lot of courage to get here. Catherine. It's all so easy for you. You to topple me. You to ground me up until I'm nothing. I was so happy whenever you came to visit me. A single glance from you in my direction could brighten my entire day. You were almost like a calamity. And I have always loved that very calamity that swept over me like the tempest, Catherine. Thank you for having the courage. Finally, our hearts say it are no longer broken apart. Dante, may I borrow your diary for a moment? The Golden Bow has far more impressive powers than any of us could ever imagined. What powers? This has been bringing your own wishes to reality, has it not? So, the key to my Heathcliff's happiness is in your diary. So I looked down at the screen of the device I carried. Something I used to think was nothing but a tool for recording things. What the fuck? See the spirits as well. Don't touch start. Clear all Kathy. Change account. Do I need to clear all Kathy? I know I need to change account. I'm scared. Hold and bow synchronized. Paste this in. Save the ego. Well, clear the Kathy then. Control Alt Delete. You got to reinstall Limbus now. I'm kind of curious what happens if I press start. Went quiet. Clear all caffeine.
먼저 말해줘서 고마워, 히스클리프.
Thank you so much for being the first to talk.
나도 모든 세계의 히스클리프가 아닌
She only
지금의
loves
너를
us.
사랑해.
Oh shit. In every world of possibilities that may or may not have been, every Catherine and Heathcliff of all worlds call out to each other, feeling the echoes of their partners. They struggle for the one last unseen embrace.
캐시! 어디 있지? 너를 다시 내 품에 안아야겠어. 네가 계속해서 느껴졌어. 내 곁에 맴돌고 있다는 사실을 분명 알고 있었지.
Did I just like commit multiversal side?
땅 아래 있는 것이 아니라 이곳 어딘가에 있어. 그렇지. 내가 네 마음을 찢은 게 아니야. 네가 네 마음을 찢은 거야. 네 마음을 찢으면서 내 마음까지 찢어놓은 거야.
Oh shit. Millions of worlds made real by Catherine and Heathcliff begin speeding by before us. Every possibility of Heathcliff and Catherine. Most end in a tragedy, full of suffering and lamentation. But among the infinity, I catch a glimpse of tranquility. Outside the manor, there are two gravestones marking Heathcliff and Catherine's final resting places. And in the desolate, forlorn moorlands of Wuthering Heights are two youths who each resemble Heathcliff and Catherine. They gaze deeply into each other's eyes, their mouths drawn into the sweetest, happiest smiles. Our hearts connected despite everything. That got me a bit emotional then. At least one of them got a happy ending, right? In all of the tragedy. Add a little well then. I welled up a little bit then. Honestly.
처음부터 모든 걸 정해놓은 채로 보았던 건가?
Earl King Heathcliff's last words are hollow and bittersweet. It echoes, scattering to nothingness. Yeah, Minnesung, I felt it in my eyes then. A little bit, you know. It's dust. That's what it is, it's dust. Catherine begins to disappear from every world. What, including that? As though she was never there. When every Catherine eventually disappeared, millions of changing possibilities appeared before us. Mr. Earnshaw brings Heathcliff home, Heathcliff from the back streets. Hindley's scorn and hatred for Heathcliff remained the same. Without Catherine, Heathcliff had no reason to endure the suffering in Wuthering Heights. So he quickly moves on from Wuthering Heights. Each Heathcliff lives a different life, meets all kinds of people, different people, and lives on without Catherine. Our Heathcliff watched as the worlds transformed. Each Heathcliff living a life of his own, and Catherine's existence slowly fading away from him. I would have understood if Heathcliff were to curse me with weeping, cruel words. I would have understood if he were to grab and shake me by the collar. To erase someone's entire existence is an unimaginable, terrible thing. Heathcliff was watching all of it in silence, as if he wished to carve each and every single one of them into his memory. And
비로소 아무것도 남지 않게 되었구나.
황금 가지를 가지고 가는 거야.
shit. Bro, what like, I know everybody else has lost someone. There's a potential that in the other worlds that they're living a happy life. Bro, I had to watch the love of his life, although toxic love, get erased from existence. Kathy who? Nellie stood atop the railings of the rooftop and gazed down at us. Most sinners had fallen or were unconscious. In her hand she held the golden bow that appeared to have been pried from the rooftop.
하지만 히스클리프, 너는 마음 착한 애니까 이해하지? 내게 거울 조각을 처음 보여준 그 사람에게 이걸 넘겨볼까 해.
I'll let her get it back.
소용없다는 거 알잖아. 너희는 온 힘을 다해 싸워서 쓰러지고 지쳤어. 그때만을 기다린 치프 버틀러를 어떻게 막을 셈이야? 저 시계가 한 바퀴 돌아간 후엔 난 사라져 있을 텐데.
그래. 지금은 너를 막을 수 없겠지.
Yo, bro, I went from actually really liking Nelly to fuck this bitch.
찾을 거야.
This is why corporate should have given Dante a gun after Ahab.
황금 가지와 내 개설인을.
캐서린? 누구를 말하는 거야?
Wait,
알아들을 수 없는 소리를 하네. 히스클리프.
She taking the piss? Or is it like Spider-Man? Does she just not know? Is it like has it been erased in that entirety? Does he still know because... Was it because of his pure love for her, or was it because he stabbed himself with the bow? What are you talking about?
알아.
Don't gaslight me, chat.
너와 다른 사람들에겐 이제 기억의 얼룩이 되어버렸다는 거. 하지만 내겐 너무 선명해져서 절대 지울 수 없어.
그렇게 간절하다면 되찾는 날이 오길 바랄게. 황금 가지만 있다면 어떤 소망이든 마음이든 이루어진다고 하니까.
All that remained on the rooftop was a burnt golden bow inside the coffin.
하얗게 타버렸습니다. 나머지 한 개는 누군가 이미 가져간 듯하군요.
Nelly took the other one. The one that's intact.
그자에게 간 거겠지. 헤르만.
실패하지 않았어.
This isn't a failure.
되찾을 수 있어.
We'll get it back.
어긋나도
Even if our hearts may be broken apart, if I give it all, my all,
다시 이어질 수
we'll be
있을까?
connected once again. He really has had a fucking growth, hasn't he? As a character. Like, because not only did we fail to get the bow, 2 bows in fact, both at our within our reach, bro wiped out the existence of every version of the woman he loved. No fucker even remembers her. And he's got this attitude of like, we ain't lost.
나와 캐서린이 죽은 세계에서조차 그랬던 것처럼.
이 관 속에 들어있는 자의 이름이 캐서린인가요?
Oh, it's happened to everybody. Is he just Dante and him who remember? Will Dante remember as well because he's got the bows in his clock?
죄송해요. 안개가 낀 것처럼 흐릿해져서.
이 관과 관의 주인은 곧바로 LCCA 팀이 수거하여 본부로 전송해 놓을 겁니다.
I wanted to ask him if he was okay, but I already knew the answer. So many things had gone wrong.
여전히 괜찮지 않아.
Heathcliff's one and only goal was gone. But Heathcliff was no longer trapped in a living dream. Perhaps that is precisely why he could open the door to see a new, wider world. I kind of going back to when she opened the door of that white room to outside, yeah. In all her crazy shit, in the end, she did free him, right? Again, when I was talking about love, I suppose she didn't give him the thing he wanted. Maybe she gave him the thing he needed, right? Not a single colour remained in the silent wuthering heights once the tempest passed. All monochromatic save for a patch of violet. Patches of colour.
저 꽃의 이름은 히스라고 해.
Those flowers are called Heath.
황야에서 고독하게 피어나지만 폭풍에도 끈질기게 살아남아서 기다리지.
Wait. For what?
몰라. 그냥 시간을.
That is when Heathcliff finally told us the name of the flowers. Oh, shit. Great conclusion to the Canto, but not so great road to that ending. Again, Heathcliff joining on Dante's notes was a bit goofy, do you reckon? I think, like, I think it was because of the bear, though, right? You know? They were all resonating through that at that particular point, right? I think that's what it was all about, right? That's why, like, the same reason why, like, he can still remember her as well, right? It's got to be down to the bear. It can't be just his love, right? That bit where, like, we saw the headstones and the two together was beautiful, I think. I mean, this was a beautiful story. Do you know what I mean? This was a tragic, beautiful story, I think. You know, like, again, for me, the thing that, like, goes so good for this game, again, it's that relatability, right? It's such a human game. You know, you've got all these fantastical things happening, this abstract universe, multiverses, monsters, crazy futuristic dystopian worlds as the setting that's, like, so other. But the story is just purely a story of human nature, human trauma, you know, human connections. Like at its heart, that's what it is, right? That's what it is. This was great, man. I think this is my second favourite Canto. This is my second favourite Canto. For me, Canto V is still the peak of my favourite Cantos in this. I think it was just amazing, but like that bit, you know, when they was going through the worlds and you saw the two standing together in their headstones, that got me a little bit emotional, honestly, because I suppose, like, you know, that's just like what could be and stuff. And obviously, if you've been in, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you've been in serious relationships, it was just that, you know, it was it was you know, emotionally caught me. It definitely emotionally caught me. 10 out of 10 versus 11 out of 10. I've got to say, man, I think Canto V for me is my favourite story in any gacha game. Any gacha game. Nothing comes close, honestly. But don't get me wrong, Arknight has got some incredible stuff. Like, Canto V for me is just kind of like the pinnacle at the moment in terms of gacha game stories. The best antagonist, an insane story for Ishmael, a great setting, a great conclusion, a great story to tell, a great story, like, you know, and I don't mean just in terms of a story, but to tell, to imprint on people. You know what I mean? This was as well, again, as I say, like, this was, again, in terms of, like, there's things to take from these stories. Do you know what I mean? Where a lot of gacha games have incredibly cool stories. But, like, I genuinely think there's lessons to learn from this game as well. You know? Chapter 15 will save us. I hope so. And if it's better than Canto 5, and it's going to be fucking peak. Again, though, you know, not taking anything away from fucking Babel. That shit was fucking fire. You know what I mean? That's the great part. I think you'll ask different players their opinions of what their favourite Canto will be different, because it also comes out. Yeah, exactly. I think that's just not only a great example of the type of relatability that this game has. It also speaks to the quality across the board, though, right? Like, of course, there's that perception for individuals, as you say, because their experiences are going to connect themselves to it more. You know, like I was speaking with Canis in Discord about his real personal connections to Canto 5 and stuff, but also it just speaks to the quality across the board that so many people, you can ask people and be like, nah, not for me, this one's the best one. You know, you often don't find that in gacha games, you know, like you go to average gacha game, there'll be sort of a majority consensus around what's the best patch story-wise, right? Where with this, like, it feels like there's a lot of variety in what people say they like. Same can be said for Arknights as well in that regard. In Canto 8 was your favourite as well, but basically all of them 5 and onward were great. Yeah, you know what? If it stays at this level, that's fine by me, you know? I'm hoping it gets even better, as I say, but if it stays at this level, I'm fucking eating good. I'm eating good. Canto 6, in my opinion, is top 5 gacha game stories, only 4 above it, Atlantis, Avalon Lafay, Lingering Echoes, and Babel. Yeah, like, for me, Babel is... Like, Babel's amazing. I think the thing that lets Arknights down sometimes for me, it's pacing. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes things could be so much more concise, but, like, Babel, in terms of the build-up to it, and what it was, and what it gave us, was kind of unmatched in that regard, right? But in terms of a story, for me, Canto 5 was better, but, like, again, taking nothing away from Babel. Babel is fucking insane, right? When you think, when you apply the context to the overall game, you know, and where you get to get to there, it's fire. It's absolutely fire.
아니, 저기로 사라졌잖아. 어딜 보는 거야?
그걸 진작에 말씀해 주셨어야죠.
Another day, another distortion hunting in the streets of T-Corp. As per LCD's orders, looks like it didn't take too long for Heathcliff to be his usual energetic self once again.
야, 뒤질래? 이쪽으로 넘기라니까.
Maybe he's gotten too passionate. Long time. No. Wait. Why are you... Hey, do you still have colour?
빛이 내게 아직 닿지 못한 거야.
Bro, this guy? Because the light is yet to reach me. This dude just comes in aura farming. How can you aura farm with a long blue fucking scarf on and shorts on, bro? What the fuck?
별은 아주 까마득하게 있으니까.
Because a star is an unfathomable distance away.
한테.
Okay, bucko. Oh, calm down now.
좋아해?
I think I've come to like them.
당신이 정성스럽게 보살피고 있는 장미 한 송이가 있었어. 당신의 방은 그 꽃이 풍기는 향기로 가득 채워져 있지. 그러나 어느 날 당신은 긴 여행을 떠나 그 장미를 내버려 둔 채로 그곳에서 큰 정원에 도달하게 되고 당신이 보살폈던 것과 똑같은 장미가 수천 송이가 피어있는 걸 보았어. 그걸 본 당신은 울음이 차올라서 바닥에 주저앉고 말았지. 이유가 무엇일 것 같아?
It's had a little bit of a what's it towards Heathcliff as well there. Demian, he's appeared before me in the past. He would always leave me with these cryptic riddles. I'm starting to understand what his riddles are supposed to represent. So I finally come to understand that the one I truly loved was a rose I'd left behind.
맞아. 세상엔 수천 송이의 장미꽃들이 있어도 나의 장미꽃은 단 하나야. 당신이 물을 주고 가꿔주고 가시에 찔려서 가끔 아파하긴 해도 당신의 보살핌으로 인해서 향기가 나는 그 꽃 말이야.
You've watered it diligently, cared for it, even as its thorns pricked your fingers so that your care makes its aroma bloom.
히스클리프와 캐서린에게도 그러지 않았을까? 어느 세계에서도 여러 캐서린과 히스클리프가 있다는 것을 알아도 그 어디에나 있을 히스클리프와 캐서린이 행복하길 바라기보다 눈앞의 서로가 특별하고 소중하다고 생각했으니까.
Yeah.
하지만 대부분의 사람들은 어리석어서 그걸 깨닫기까지는 정말 오랜 시간이 필요할 거야. 알겠어? 눈앞에 있는 나의 꽃을 사랑하는 방법을 알기만 한다면 그 순간부터 더 이상 수천 송이의 장미꽃들은 지킬 필요가 없는 거야. 이 별 사람들은 자신의 정원만을 꾸미기 위해 장미꽃 수천 송이를 가꾸면서도 정작 자신이 원하는 것은 찾지 못하더라고.
What of the other flowers that have already bloomed? What happens to them? Demian smiled at my question.
그건 당신이 내게 양을 그려줄 수 있을 때.
Vague posting. Wink.
그때 스스로 찾게 될 답일 거야.
Well, you can draw me a sheep. With that, Demian disappeared. What's bro talking about? Bro takes vague posting to the max, man. I hear the faint cry of a distant lamb. Alright, man. Okay. I'll see you, Project Moon. I'll see ya. Okay, so we got Third Walpurgis Night next. Time Killing Time Intervallo 4. And then a Familiar Siren after that. Okay. Oh, man. That was cool. That was a really good Canto. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I might know or might not know something, but won't tell you. It disappears, right? Holy shit. Now the path to Canto 7 has opened. Might be legit be saying some shit that lore-wise will be super important and obvious in the future. This fucking guy, man. What a Canto. Yeah. Are you saying this is the best Intervallo coming up, is it? Okay. Yeah, this was brilliant. This was brilliant. Yeah. I think my second favourite. I think it might go 5, 6, maybe 4. As my top 3. Maybe 4. They can't top this, right? Not the best Intervallo. What do you mean? Next and Kevlin event should give him plenty of resources to level up and strengthen his ID. You can brute force 7 Canto. You may or may not be onto something. Goodbye. Yeah, next time he turned up, if I was Dante, like, if he appeared in front of me, I'd just be like, Then when he comes out, just... Makes sense, or I'm not talking to you. You don't have much things to compare to, as Canto 1 to 4 is literally quite garbage compared to the rest. Well, I suppose, relatively speaking, but for me, I haven't found that with this game. Much like Arknights for me. Again, I know I keep bringing Arknights up, but it's another, when it comes to gacha games, a game that I see as pure, genuine quality in terms of storytelling, is that a lot of people said that about Arknights. People are like, yeah, 1 to 5's kind of rough. Which, don't get me wrong, it gets better. I'm not arguing against that. But I was in from the get-go. Do you know what I mean? I was in from the get-go. Start of Arknights, I'm like, oh shit. We've got an interesting world here. We're getting interesting characters introduced right away. Of course, at that point, we're a bit of a blank slate character, because we are, you know, the Doctor starts off very much as a self-insert character. I think Babble's really when the Doctor gets a chance to shine, right? Which took quite a while. But, and then we're introduced to, the Infected, you know, one of the best antagonistic groups off the bat in Arknights as well. That's not just, like, one good thing you get introduced with right away in Arknights off the bat, like, is that this isn't just a world of, like, good guys versus bad guys. You know, quite a lot like this, right? That there's a lot of nuance to it. There's a lot of grey area. There's a lot of people operating within the level of they're doing terrible things, but you understand the reason why they're doing terrible things. You know what I mean? This is where the difficulty spikes. They will introduce red coin. Right, okay. Also cook for the next world. Canto 4 is good, but it's dragged down by the pacing. Yeah, I'd argue probably, yeah. I think that's a fair statement. I think the pacing in Canto 4 it was a little bit all over the place, yeah. That's one thing, though, overall for this game, which I think it does definitely do better than Arknights, is it's paced a lot better. I do think one of my biggest negatives, and again, I don't have many negative things to say about Arknights personally, like, not being able to do all farming every day. Negative. It's not a game. It's not a deal breaker, right? And some stories obviously are stronger than others because that makes sense. But so far through Arknights, I've enjoyed pretty much everything. But it's pacing and bloat with Arknights sometimes. Like, I think sometimes Arknights is wordy for the sake of being wordy. I feel like sometimes the developers were like, and the writers are like, it's a challenge to add more words, you know? And sometimes at the detriment of the story, right? More isn't always better, right? Less is more sometimes. But, like, again, it's a kind of a small thing, really, with Arknights. It's just sometimes towards the end of certain chapters, you're kind of like, okay, that could have ended 10 paragraphs ago, really. You know, like, you do get to it, it's like, oh, fade to black. Perfect way to wrap up the chapter. Oh, no, another bit. And then he does it again and again. And you're like, okay, all right. Let's not take the piss now, boys. But again, it's not like that's a terrible thing. It's just what it is, right? It's just what it is. It's their way of doing things, right? But I can't help but note it. But other than that, peak, right? Pretty much throughout for me. I can't immerse in Arknights when even the common NPC's a philosopher. Arknights work out surpassing the Bible was that single chapter of the whole thing. It's crazy how big it is, right? And for some people, amazing. And again, when you've got a lot to say, of course, you know, and the game has a lot to say, right? And it's this global, encompassing geopolitical, faction-based story, right? Obviously, it goes beyond that, but you know, just from a simplistic point of view, where like this is a story of a group of individuals, right? That's connected to the world as well. So it's always going to be allowed to be a bit smoother in terms of that, right? Pacing Limbus used to be bad back then. Canto 4, there's too much fighting nodes. Lone Trail story was peak as fuck. Yeah, man. Lone Trail and Babel. Look, man. For me, Chapter 8, Chapter 6. I really enjoyed 11. 13 was good. Lone Trail, fire. Babel, amazing. And even to things like Granny and the Knight's Treasure, fucking sick, man. Like, I do love that with Arknights does that sometimes, right? You know, you get something like Granny and the Knight's Treasure, where you've got like this big fucking global thing going on. And then we've just got this small, entirely separate story. Do you know what I mean? That's just, I love that. I love that. Like, little things like that, I love in Arknights. House 14. I'm only, like, early on in 14, but so far, I've been enjoying it. I get you. When I first played AK, I got so burnt out from the blow to actually skip cutscenes on every role for a while, and it wasn't until late that I woke up and went back to read Miss Things. That's the thing, because Arknights does get better, right? It does get better, to that point where I think if you have done that, you're like, whoa, well, hold up a second. I don't feel like I can be missing this shit. Because, like, I'm at that point in the game now where you're starting to appear to be getting answers to questions you've had for multiple chapters, right? And, I think that's one of the strengths of Arknights. They're not scared to be like, you know what? You're going to have to wait 6, 7, 8 chapters for questions you might have had from back then. How's 14? 14 who? Lone Trail was one of my faves, but even that could have been cut down. Like, pull out all the Rosmonti stuff and above. Yeah, I think that's fair. I do think there is some stuff that's not exactly pertinent to the story, right? With it being there or not, it doesn't improve or make it worse. It just makes it longer, right? AK does have some missed stories on the side, but the main stuff is just great. I haven't done all the side stories, however. I've done, like, what now? 6 or something like that? You know? Probably around about that. And enjoy 14 is it ties all of the Victorian arc together. Yeah. Well, the whole Victorian arc's been amazing. And, like, you know, I ain't gonna spoil it for people who might be deciding to play it, because I know there's some people in it. You know, like Chapter 8, the big reveal, like the thing with Amiya and the Black Snake and all that shit. That was fucking awesome, right? Like, really cool moments. You know, some really good deaths in the game as well. Sorry, did I say 6? Did I say Chapter 6, Chapter 7? Did I? My bad. Alright then, boys and girls, it's 20 to 5. I've got to go and have a bath. I'm going to go have a quick shower, sorry. I will be needing to go out in just over an hour for food. I do appreciate you all hanging out today, guys. It's been amazing. Awesome conclusion to Canto 6. Again, I think second favourite in my Cantos so far. Canto 5 is still just the top for me. But this had some moments that were really fucking good, like really good, right? You know, and again, I actually got a little bit emotional, right? There was a little bit of water in the eyes, That got to me, that did, when we seen the two that potentially might have had it better than the rest. It was it was nice, man. It was nice. It was a beautifully tragic story. It was. And I'm glad we got the ending that we did, right? It was a sad, yet fulfilling ending as well. So, alright, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I may not be live until Monday now. But maybe I'll be around tomorrow. Maybe we'll just chill out tomorrow or something, but not a promise. But if not, I'll get some videos up anyway. But I'll more than likely see you Monday in stream. Yeah, if I do upload a video, guys, go check them out. Show them some love. I'll catch you all later, guys. Get up.